7th. The Twins start the next day on the 28th.
We are so excited for you to see and experience and live in your brand new home for you and your lovely family.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
A Tampa woman has a brand new, fully furnished apartment. Look at it here, and it's all thanks to a project funded by the NFL. The donation is part of the Forever 55 Stable Families Project, which is helping 20 Tampa Bay area families. The Super Bowl host committee picked Alexa Shepard to receive the apartment. She lost her job during the pandemic, and despite trying to make ends meet, she ended up homeless.
I've prayed for better days. We've been through a lot, but I thank God for it all. Because if you don't go through no troubles or trials, you won't appreciate anything.
Oh, look at that mom with her two kids. Projects funded by the NFL Foundation and the host committee alongside community and civic partners in the city hosting the Super Bowl that year.
Hit and run crashes were down in 2020, but the number of deaths has increased. By how much? That's coming up next.
An FBI agent released from the hospital following a deadly shooting. Ahead at 6, we have the very latest as investigators are trying to piece together what went so wrong in this raid.
And breaking news in Northwest Cape, where there was a house fire that sent 3 people to the hospital. A live report from the scene in minutes.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
What's that switch in your kitchen do?
Nothing. Flick it on, off, nothing happens.
Weird.
Now, if it would turn on the overhead fan, that would be cool. Can't get that to work either.
Frustrating.
You know, this is what's wrong with humanity. We think we got it all figured out, but we don't even know what the switch is supposed to do.
Dave.
Think we can build a spaceship that takes us to Mars when we can't even get a switch to work?
Hey, Dave.
I swear, we're never gonna leave this solar system. We'll be stuck on this planet forever until we all go extinct.
Dave, what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make a call, someone comes and connects that switch to something, like maybe that overhead fan.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 electricians and 4 trucks right now waiting for your call. They'd have that switch looked after in no time.
Well, I feel a bit silly now.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
So maybe...
Maybe we can go to Mars.
Hey, America, we need to have a little talk. We've got more food in our country than we know what to do with. Food at the grocery store and food in the vending machines, fast food, health food, and seafood. We've got so much food that anything people don't buy, we just throw out. Yet 17 million kids in America struggle with hunger. That ain't right. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Yeah, I made that up. It's kind of catchy. Hello, people. This isn't rocket science. We could solve hunger today. To start, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. We can't do it without your help.
To help solve hunger in Southwest Florida, contact Harry Chapin Food Bank of Southwest Florida or visit feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school program in creativity and teamwork for every child. In fact, Destination Imagination could be the most important journey your kid makes this year or any year. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team by calling 888-321-1503 or visit destinationimagination.org. That's destinationimagination.org.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Democrats keep moving forward. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, on a Corona financial aid plan using a process that could pass it without any Republican votes.
To provide assistance to the American people who are suffering from the economic pain connected to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Congressman Hakeem Jeffries.
The House approving a budget resolution yesterday on the nearly $2 trillion COVID plan, setting up a vote later today in the Senate where leaders are anything but on the same page.
That's Fox's Griff Jenkins. Here's GOP Senate Leader Mitch McConnell.
The new president talks a lot about unity, but his White House staff and congressional leadership are working with a different playbook.
Now, House Republicans have kept Congresswoman Liz Cheney in their leadership.
It was a very resounding acknowledgement that we need to go forward together.
61 GOP lawmakers were outvoted. They're angry Cheney was one of the 10 Republicans who voted to impeach former President Trump for the Capitol attack. Another Republican faces a bigger vote today.
House Democrats are moving forward with their plan to strip freshman Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of her committee assignments.
Greene has worn a Trump one mask and been criticized for touting conspiracy theories.
During a closed-door House GOP conference meeting Wednesday, Greene reportedly apologized to fellow Republicans for her past statements, with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy saying, quote, "I hold her to her word as well as her actions going forward."
Fox's Sean Langell, an Iranian diplomat convicted in Belgium in a terror plot thwarted in 2018. Fox's Benjamin Hall.
He was caught red-handed in 2018, having carried a bomb onto a commercial flight from Iran to Vienna. It was hidden in a diplomatic bag that could not be searched. He then handed it over to an Iranian sleeper cell in Belgium, who were posing as refugees to launch the attack. The target of this terror attack was an MEK Iranian opposition rally.
America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Thursday morning. Busy traffic in Bonita Springs on Old 41 heading south of West Terry to Bonita Beach Road. We still look great on Bonita Beach Road if you're getting off of 75 to head to US 41. Also, Coconut Road is slowing down heading east to 41 to Via Coconut Point, but a very nice commute on Corkscrew Road heading westbound to the interstate as well as eastbound. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Remember, customize and save with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. Many of you wonder what holistic practice is. Well, good health is like a puzzle. It depends on how you perceive yourself, your environment, what you eat, your relationships, and lifestyle. It takes time and skill for the doctor to put these pieces of the puzzle together for you and come up with solutions customized to your specific needs. Holistic doctors believe that less medication is better and use preventive approach to keep you out of harm's way. This is also a concierge practice. Every patient gets my email and cell phone for emergencies and can be seen the same day if necessary. You are seen by me personally, and we take all the time that you need. You can visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here, and hope you're warm. Hope you're keeping warm. Yeah, this is cold. I don't care where you're from. This is cold. What is it right now? Jake, check your... Does you have one of those? Oh, I'm sorry. He's munching on a Slim Jim. His breakfast. Breakfast of champions, everybody, is a Slim Jim. What is it right now? Do we know the temperature? I mean, check your handy-dandy phone and let's see. Last time I checked, it was, when I left my house, it was, I'm not kidding, you know the little snow, sometimes you have that little snowflake emblem that pops up on your dashboard when it's so cold? My snowflake popped up. So it said 41 was the temperature as I was driving in, and it had a little snowflake. Why? What is it saying right now? Jake's making a face like it can't be. What does it say?
I apparently I'm not a weatherman.
What does that mean? What do you? Is it not refreshing or something? What are you checking?
It says it's 42 degrees right now.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's what it says. 42. Right. So it's 42 Fort Myers. It's what is it? Yeah, it's like 40, 43 in Naples. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's 42 degrees. Look, it's cold. Why you didn't know it was 42 degrees outside right now? Are you saying this like you're shocked that it's this cold here, or are you saying this like you thought it was colder?
I didn't think it was that cold.
Okay. It's 42 degrees. And in some places inland, it's in the upper 30s too right now. So, yeah, it's cold, everybody. All right. And but we're going to warm up. Everything will be fine. We're going to get through it. We're going to make it, Southwest Florida. We're going to get through this. Don't you worry. Together, we are going to we're going to come together. And I'm telling you, as a community, we're going to beat this weather. This climate change is what it is. It's absolutely climate change. There's no doubt about it. Man, if we had a man like a Superman, somebody with a cape like John Kerry to come along and save the day, we could absolutely... We do. John Kerry is so much better than you. Yeah, you got to hear the audio. If you missed the audio from yesterday, I'm sure you heard this. I don't know if Jake did. He's too busy munching on a Slim Jim. Climate czar John Kerry, who says he has to fly a private plane. It's the only choice that somebody like him has. He's so much better than the rest of us. The arrogance. But that's what it is. And here's the beauty of it. And I'm going to play the audio in just a bit because there's so much. It is a crazy day. It's a crazy news day. I got to hit on a bunch of different news topics. And I can't even dig into them and get really deep and dive in deep because there are so many crazy stories out there today. It's like drinking water out of a fire hose. John Kerry is the epitome of what's wrong with politicians, with the elites, with climate change, with everything. COVID, it's that the elites tell you what is, and then you plebes have to go along with it. You are the ones that have to agree with it, and you can't argue the point. John Kerry can make the point that somebody like him, it's the only choice. There's no other way to do this. There's nothing he could do except fly private. And if you all do your job of not making a huge carbon footprint, then he's going to be fine. Like, he literally said that. It's, how do you do that? And there are people who right now are not the elites who think he's right. There are people who are not John Kerry and have a fleet of private planes at his disposal and a 52-room mansion and the rest of it, who think he's right. And who don't have a problem, who do not dismiss him. Like, how do you not say, that's it, you got to go. you got to go. You're ruining the cause. When you say things like this, you're ruining it. We had a good thing going on right now, and you're ruining it. People don't say that. They don't dismiss him. He's still doing it. How is that possible? It's possible because there are two separate worlds that exist. The real world and their world. And somehow the people in the real world watch their world and go, yeah, but man-made climate change is real. We're the ones that are destroying the planet. And all right, so go ahead. All right, it's okay. Even though he talks down to you, you do. If you're watching drewsteele.com, that's where you go to watch the program. 239-479-5592. Hey, are the elites when it comes to climate change and COVID, Dr. Fauci and others, hey, are they all right and we're wrong? How do you feel? Do you follow them? Do you think that, hey, if you're a Democrat, can you call this program right now? 239-479-5592 or comment at drewsteele.com, the website. It's mobile friendly. So even if you're on the road, you can, not when you're driving, but when you stop. Or you can go to facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio. Hey, let me know. Is it cool that John Kerry does that? And if you're like one of these climate change advocates that it's all our fault and there's nothing we can do. Well, there are things that we can do, but we have to completely turn around, destroy economies and destroy our lives and our freedoms and our liberties so that John Kerry can fly a private. Is that cool with you? Can you explain to me how that's okay? I would love to hear that. So we'll talk about that more in detail coming up and play the audio. Is Alexandria Ocasio-Smollett? I'm sorry, that's a hashtag on Twitter. That's not Alexandria Ocasio-Smollett is trending on Twitter. Why? Because after telling everybody she was at the Capitol building and she was worried about losing her life in the Capitol building, apparently she wasn't in the Capitol building. So she lied about it. She made up this whole thing about being in the Capitol building when she wasn't. It was very Jussie Smollett-like, But just like Jussie Smollett, she still has a gig, and there's nothing to see here, and we'll go after others that we decide and we deem to be the evil ones. Who is this? The Representative Green out of Georgia that in the past said something about QAnon, and if you walk down the street and you ask people about QAnon and what it is, they're like, I have no idea. I got kids to pick up. I got things that I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Like most Americans have no idea what you're talking about when you say it, but the left found their boogeyman. They found their place to go and to hype up as if every Trump-supporting Republican conservative is into this and you don't even know what it is, but they're saying that it's bad no matter what. So even if it is bad, you don't even have to know if it's bad or not because you just have to listen to the media that tells you it's bad, and you're all on board with this. And so lifting that thing up, and you have a representative, I guess, who mentioned something in the past about it, and now the left wants her out of the House of Representatives. She's got to be removed from committee. She's got to somehow resign. We got to get her out of office. And meanwhile, people like AOC and Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib and people who really don't like this country very much and say some of the most awful things, they get to stay. And they're in office when they say it. But that's cool because there's two different sides to every story. And your side doesn't matter. It's the left side that does. So we'll talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who apparently says she was in the Capitol during the riots, but she wasn't there, and she did this whole dramatic telling of the story, but now she's getting really defensive. There's a deeper story here that has to do with you personally, and I'll get to that. All right, what else? Rand Paul. Rand Paul was on Capitol Hill yesterday going after Education Secretary nominee Miguel Cardona and saying, listen, if you're confirmed, you're going to enforce the Office of Civil Rights opinion, the one that says, listen, boys can't compete in girls' sports. And you can imagine what the education secretary said about that. And Rand Paul went at it toe-to-toe with the education secretary nominee. And it matters because there's a deeper meaning to the story and what he did in a couple of different ways. It's just like Ron DeSantis here in the state. You're going to have to pick your battles, and when you pick your battles, you're going to have to go after it. You're ideologically going to have to go out and call it out and not be worried about what the media says, not be worried about not getting on certain TV programs or being talked about on different social media sites. They're talking about you anyway. But the only way you're going to be able to challenge people who tell you that what they say and what they believe is the truth, the only way you're going to win battles when you know that they're wrong and you are right is to battle, ideologically speaking. Man, there's so much. I can't even tell you how many places I want to go today with. You know, we're told that we can't get together for the Super Bowl. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the preeminent expert on, well, pretty much everything. I mean, if we're going to be honest, let's just put Dr. Fauci in the expert column and just make it everything. We can't get together because there's going to be spikes. If you do that, dipping your hand in the same bowl of Cheetos, I guess that was mentioned in a weird way. Of course, the evidence is not there to show that there were Thanksgiving or Christmas spikes across the board, but we dismiss that. And hey, there's some new COVID-19 infection information that's out there. According to the Daily Mail and worldwide, infections are down 44% in the U.S. and 30% globally in the past 3 weeks. Hey, if you do the math, isn't that the holiday season leading? Well, maybe not. They're baffled about the phenomenon and say vaccines can't be the main driver. So what is it? All right, we'll talk about that. All right, I got to play the John Kerry audio. Just quick, I'll just come out of the gate with this. Because Jake is looking and he didn't hear this. You didn't hear this yet, right? You didn't hear the John Kerry audio? How John Kerry is better than you, former presidential candidate with super awesome hair and just chiseled good looks. And he's the climate czar. So John Kerry took a private jet to Iceland. Did you know there's no other way to get to Iceland except taking a private jet? Did you know that, Jake? No other way.
No clue.
No, the only two ways to get to Iceland is by boat, carrier pigeon. I just threw that in there. Or private plane. Can anybody challenge me on that? 239-479-5592. DrewSteele.com is the website. If you want to go to the comments and reactions section, go ahead and challenge me on this. Can you tell me definitively if there is a commercial air flight that goes to Iceland? You can't prove it. You can't. Is there? Tell me. 239-479-5592. Does anybody have a clue? Is there? I don't know. Maybe Jake, you could Google it. Are there commercial flights that go to Iceland? Reykjavik would be the place, right? I believe. All right, so here's John Kerry. And somebody decided to ask him about his private plane use, his private jet, to get to Iceland for an environmental award. He's going to Iceland for an environmental award. In your face, the rest of the planet. And a reporter's like...
On that issue, pollution, I understand that you came here with a private jet. Is that an environmental way to travel?
Yeah, is that an environmental way to travel? To John Kerry's face, and here's John Kerry's answer. Are you ready? Here you go.
If you offset your carbon, it's the only choice for somebody like me.
Listen, if you offset your carbon, it's the only choice for a person like me. Do you know who I am? I'm John Kerry. Look at my hair. Look at this beautiful coif right here. So somebody like John Kerry, you kidding? I'm getting an environmental award. There's no other way to get here. Don't you get it? It's private jet or nothing. No, listen, this is what he says.
Who is traveling the world to win this battle. I negotiated the Paris Accords for the United States.
Oh, look at that.
I've been involved in this fight for years. Ooh. I negotiated with President Xi to bring President Xi to the table so we could get Paris.
This guy is a big deal. Are you getting the idea that this guy is a big deal?
And I believe the time it takes me to get somewhere. I can't sail across the ocean. I have to fly.
Yeah, he's got to fly. Okay, come on. Tom's in North Fort Myers. Tom, there are no commercial flights to Iceland, correct?
Yes, there are commercial flights. My brother and sister-in-law flew there last year.
Tom, I got to go.
Oh, okay.
Of course there's commercial flights to Iceland. Thank you, Tom, in North Fort Myers. You made my point. Yes, there are commercial flights. You can put them in first. Well, I'll tell you what, John Kerry, we'll even put you in first class. How about that? We'll put you at the front of the plane. We'll put you in. We'll put up a little curtain so nobody can look at you. We'll put some kind of wind turbine in there or something to blow air away from the rest of the disgusting, smelly deplorables. We'll push air out of your space so that you don't even smell individuals coming onto the plane. How about that? We'll have a nice little corner in the commercial flight for you.
To meet with people and get things done. But what I'm doing almost full time is working to win the battle of climate change.
Listen, the guy is a superhero. John Kerry's a superhero. He wears a cape. You just don't get a chance to see it because underneath that super, super expensive suit and that finely coiffed hair and those chiseled good looks and the private jet and the 52-seat or house room mansion there that he has, or however many places that he's carbon footprinting all over the place, you wouldn't notice because he doesn't like to brag about it. So there's John Kerry, the climate czar, who's telling everybody the only choice for somebody like him is to fly a private jet because he can't take a boat there, and there's no other way to get there until Tom from North Fort Myers calls and says, hey, he's got family that went on a commercial flight. Can't you get on the commercial flight? And we'll even set up a place in the front of the plane for you so that you don't even have to smell the people that come on the plane, and we'll do all kinds of things to make it so that nobody can see you, look at you, or anything, and we'll have you enter last and exit last, or first, whatever your choice is. That whole thing. And a couple of things come to mind. Number one is how, well, you don't even have to say it, how pompous John Kerry is. How the idea of those that are trying to save your world are better than you. They're super, don't you get it? There's environmentalists are superheroes. They're trying to save the planet, and you're walking around and driving cars and eating shellfish. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But the point is that all the things that you do are killing all of us. And these are the superheroes that are going to save the planet. And these are the people that have to fly private jets. And these are the ones that have to go to exotic places to meet up and have all kinds of delicious meals. And I'm sure, oh man, can you imagine the meals that they're having there in Iceland? Because they're saving you. Don't you get it? They get to do this. And the other part is this. The hypocrisy drips from the chin, from the very large, stout, pointy, protruding chin of John Kerry. It comes right down and drips to the floor. That they're better than you. And Democrats, by default, not Democrats, that's not fair, because there are some Republicans that want to save the planet or want to be environmental, and I mean, you wouldn't know it because we're told that conservatives and Republicans hate the environment. I mean, we throw motor oil from our cars right into our driveways and just let it seep into the plants. But that these are the individuals that want to tell you what to do, but you can't be like them. You can be told by Joe Biden's administration and told by this White House and told by people in government to do what we tell you to do while they're going out and as governors and as representatives and as state representatives that they go out and enjoy their life and go on vacation when they tell you to stay home. They send their kids to private schools and have the best education when they tell you that you can't. You know the stories. And the sooner we call people out like this and the more we talk about individuals like this and the lies that are perpetrated like AOC, and we'll get to that story coming up, and John Kerry and the private jet usage, the more we remind people, the more we'll remind them that if you really do want to have an honest debate and discussion about climate change, you got to get rid of people like this. You got to stop with the hypocrisy. How could we go any further with somebody like John Kerry who's telling you what to do and what you have to do, and at the same time is demanding that there's no choice for somebody like him? But you won't. And then we can't get to the science and the data because it has to be your side or no side. You're hurting your cause. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Hey, drewsteele.com is the website. Watch there. Watch at facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio and news about tomorrow and Seed to Table, where we will be live coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News business report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Some modest Wall Street moves Wednesday. The Dow finished up by 36 points, the S&P up by 4, the Nasdaq closed down by 2. There are claims that Subway hasn't been using real tuna in its tuna subs. Now the company is fighting back with a discount. You can get 15% off if you order a tuna sub from their app.
The promotion follows a lawsuit filed in federal court in California that accused the sandwich chain of selling a tuna sandwich made up of ingredients that contained no tuna. Subway accuses attorneys filing the lawsuit of targeting the food industry to make a name for themselves. Ginny Cosola, Fox News.
Travel site Expedia says the average working American is planning on taking 13 vacation days this year. That's 5 more than in 2020. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
Some big news. Since Election Day, almost 5 million people have downloaded the free Newsmax TV app on their smartphone. You can trust Newsmax TV. Watch it for free anytime. And go to Newsmax.com for breaking news. Newsmax is on all major cable systems. Call your operator if they don't carry it. Plus, watch Newsmax on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, TiVo Plus, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax is real news for real people. Start watching today.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them too. And of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455, or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them, we all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support, we've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
People say they don't like going to the dentist, but what they mean is they don't like the discomfort. Dr. Alan Rembos at smilesbyrembos.com understands. Dr. Rembos uses computerized anesthetic delivery, resulting in 50% fewer injections. And Dr. Rembos places and restores implants, eliminating delays, additional costs, and no running around. New patients and emergencies usually seen within 24 hours. Cosmetic treatment often completed in 1 to 2 weeks. Read the reviews at smilesbyrembos.com. Offices in Marco, Naples, Sanibel, and Fort Myers.
Wink News traffic.
We are busy on the highway this morning. Looking at my traffic cams, it is packed heading south of Daniels Parkway down to Corkscrew. Also, traffic is slowing down in Fort Myers on Davis Road, heading north of McGregor to Iona Road. But we still look great on McGregor if you're heading north of Colonial, heading to MLK Boulevard. Delays on Luckett Road heading west of the interstate. Very congested. The average speed as of right now is only at 22 miles per hour. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. There's a trend in the air conditioning business with the rip-off companies to become plumbers, electricians, and air conditioning companies all at the same time. The stories we hear about huge plumbing and electric work rip-offs go right along with the scams these firms tend to run with the AC side of their business. If your company is advertising AC, plumbing, and electric, it's very likely one of those scam artist telemarketing companies with the bait-and-switch cheap service call. If you need a plumber, hire a plumber. If you need an electrician, hire an electrician. If you need to throw money down a hole, pick one of those multi-trade firms, and they're more than willing to take your money. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Bryant, whatever it takes. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. Many of you wonder what holistic practice is. Well, good health is like a puzzle. It depends on how you perceive yourself, your environment, what you eat, your relationships, and lifestyle. It takes time and skill for the doctor to put these pieces of the puzzle together for you and come up with solutions customized to your specific needs. Holistic doctors believe that less medication is better and use preventive approach to keep you out of harm's way. This is also a concierge practice. Every patient gets my email and cell phone for emergencies and can be seen the same day if necessary. You are seen by me personally, and we take all the time that you need. You can visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
Aaron Walker here. Looking for quality tires at a discount price? Hey, look no further. We got you covered at the all-new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center. Sedan tires starting at $69 per tire, or $388 for a set of 4. SUV tires starting at $87 per tire, or $448 for a set of 4. Mounting and balance included, folks. Over 800 tires in stock, all major brands for all makes and models. That's right. we've got tires for all makes and models. Yes, the all-new Discount Tire Center may be located here at Naples Nissan, but we'll hook up that Toyota, Ford, or Chevy you're driving too. Southwest Florida, if you need new tires, regardless of what kind of car you're driving, you're definitely going to want to check out the grand opening sale we got going on here at the brand new Naples Nissan Discount Tire Center on Pine Ridge Road, or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select brands and models cannot be combined and excludes tax and shop fees. See dealer for details.
There's always a better way, and we will always chase after it. We're building a cleaner energy future with millions of solar panels, and we're using the latest technology, investing in energy that's not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. As we see it, the horizon is always moving, and to chase it is to deliver America's best energy value for you and for Florida. See how at fpl.com/value.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Just want to remind you, anytime you want to call or text, 239-479-5592. DrewSteele.com is the website if you want to watch this program. It is set up to be mobile friendly, so it's like an app. If you go to the website right there on your smart device, on your iPhone or your Android or whatever it is, you use the browser and you just click on and you can watch from your mobile device, your smart tablet, whatever the case may be. Or if you want to watch online, you could do that as well. And we also stream live on both YouTube and Facebook for the time being, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. So if you feel like you want to watch there as well, that is a good location. Tomorrow we will be there. We will be doing this program at this time tomorrow morning. We will be live from Oaks Farm Seed to Table, 6 to 9 a.m. We'll be there. It's at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Come join us. They're going to open up an hour early. There's great seating available upstairs. We will be on the stage, and there'll be plenty of places to sit, grab a cup of coffee, grab yourself a breakfast, the amazing food, and quite honestly, the amazing place that Seed to Table is. You can't describe it to people. And when you go, when Jake goes, Jake's going to be shocked and amazed, and he will make it a point to visit often, even with the vehicle that he has, even without power steering, a left tire, passenger tire, and no windshield wipers. Do you have a windshield on the car? Does the car still have a windshield?
Yeah, for now.
Okay, good. So you're good to go.
I'm working on teleportation technology that was
and you know
suppressed.
What? All you have to do is make sure that you're always heading downhill. And if you hit the hills, what you do is as you're going downhill, just take your foot off the gas, and you can even, just coast. It'll save you some gas, and it'll save that. You can't do that here. Although up north, you could do that. Lots of hills. And when I mean up north, I mean like Ocala. You ever go to Ocala? There's actually hills in Florida. For those that are visiting, you don't know this, but not all of Florida looks like a giant drag strip track. I mean, there are places in Florida where they have hills, and all you have to do is get to Ocala somehow, some way, and you'll see that. You haven't been there yet. You don't know. How far north have you been of Lehigh? Have you? Well, yeah, you've been.
I've been pretty far north.
Okay, good. So
I've been to the Great Lakes.
I mean, driving through, right? Okay, so
I've driven from Florida to Columbus.
There you go. All right, so you know all about this. You're just messing with me now by not answering. That's all right. 239-479-5592. Speaking of messing with people, hey, look, at least we don't have... Look, it's just GOP members that need to be silenced. It's just GOP members in the House of Representatives that need to be silenced because of the things that they say, some of the rhetoric that comes out of their mouth, the divisive language. It's only Democrats. You don't have anybody else who's saying anything with regard to, I don't know, impeachment, let's just say, for example, and going after a former president. I mean, it's the language that's being used, and it's good to see from the left is all about coming together. It's about unity. In some cases, it's about moving past the former president, and there's no kind of hyperbolic statements being made by... Oh, wait, this just in. Hey, Maxine Waters is still around, and as long as Maxine Waters has a place to go like MSNBC, you can hear fantastic comments about the impeachment of Donald. Of the former president. It's even hard to say it with a straight face. You can be guaranteed you're going to hear comments like you heard yesterday on Joy Reid's program like this.
He absolutely should be charged with premeditated murder because of the lives that were lost.
There you go. Maxine Waters claiming that Donald Trump, as president of the United States, premeditated the attacks on the Capitol, which, by the way, are not an insurrection. Can we stop calling it an insurrection? Oh, you can't. It was an insurrection. Look, it was awful what happened. It was horrific. The people that infiltrated, that went into the Capitol, those individuals should be arrested and tried. And there's no doubt about all of that. We get it. It was a bad, horrific situation. No joke. But it wasn't an insurrection. I know, and I'll probably be taken down off of drewsteele.com, and the website will suddenly vanish, or somebody on YouTube or Facebook will catch up with this, and they don't like to hear that. But, that's the language of the left, and that's what they say. And that's really what's important, is to focus on the former president and this idea it was a coup, an insurrection, and that people who died there tragically, the tragic deaths, no doubt about it, they're all now the former president's fault, to the point where Maxine Waters now says premeditated murder. And there'll be no pushback. Not at all. Not a peep. How about when representatives kind of stretch the truth a little bit about the drama that took place in their office? Like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. No, I guess because it's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and because she had a story to tell, that because it was too good to not be true because of the horrific circumstances that were happening in the Capitol, that she was to be believed. And on her, her Instagram account, describing what was happening in her office. She's in the Capitol building.
Like, I'm here, and the bathroom door starts going like this. Like, the bathroom door's behind me, or rather in front of me, and I'm like this, and the door hinges right here. And I just hear, "Where is she? Where is she?" And this was the moment where I thought everything was over.
Horrific. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez telling the story about that day, January 6th, and the breach at the Capitol. According to Red State, AOC wasn't even in the Capitol building during her, quote, near-death experience. Very critical facts that have been missing from her story that they talked about on the website. Now, initially, she was suggesting she was about to be assassinated by rioters in her office in a video that was viewed 6 million times, shared, spread around. You heard a little bit of it right there. Newsweek went on to claim that what she said was true, that she had to hide, run, and hide, and slamming doors, and a closet and a bathroom, jumped into the bathroom. As it turns out, however, AOC said in her Instagram drama that the person who came to her office was a Capitol Police officer, but she denigrated the officer who came to help, claiming he, quote, didn't feel right and that he was looking at her in all this anger and hostility. Remember?
There was no partner, was not yelling, Capitol Police, etc., etc. But then it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right. Her staffer reportedly wondered if he would have to fight the officer and suggested that he might put them in a quote-unquote vulnerable situation. So the suggestion was made that officers there at the Capitol were going to harm her in some way. What would give her that idea? Why would she even suggest that? Why? How do you make that leap? How do you do that? So as the Red State article talked about, the story basically is about hyping the danger to the members and trying to say people still have to fear those inconsiderate, uncaring police, even when they're coming to help you. She's even been called out by folks on the left for the effort to demonize the officer, and Ted Cruz was noticing that as well not too long ago. But a few important things to note that seem to have been left out of the whole story. She wasn't even in the Capitol building where all the action was going down. If she was in her office, she was in the Cannon building, which is nearby, but a different building. But of course, many didn't get the logistics and just assumed that she was in the Capitol building. According to Representative Nancy Mace, who has an office in the same hall as AOC, 2 doors away, there were never any rioters in the hall, so there was never any physical danger from rioters coming at any point. AOC's building appears to have been briefly evacuated during the day as police checked on a nearby suspicious package that was later cleared. So her, quote, near-death experience was an overreaction to a Capitol Police officer knocking on her door to direct her to another building, the Longworth building, where she then stayed in the office of Representative Katie Porter. Instead of thanking the officer, she paints him as somehow a possible danger of which to be afraid. Now, so a couple of things come to mind. Is this how it went down? Is this true? Did she lie, stretch the truth, make it over dramatic? But to appease who? To appease individuals that are her constituents, or those that love the squad, who pretty much hate the country and hate the former president, and in a lot of ways are not very fond of police officers, to denigrate an officer, to make the Capitol Police seem like they want to go after people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? I mean, what was your point there? Why did you do all of this? Now, the other part of it is, if all of this is true, or not true, I should say, then why is she... Well, I guess here's the thing, and people are trying to figure out. She's going out of her way to hit back about these claims that she lied about her experience. And on Twitter, she's just going crazy. When Jack Posobiec tweeted about this story from Red State, she was saying this is the latest manipulative take on the right. They're manipulating the fact that most people don't know the layout of the Capitol complex. We were all on the Capitol complex. The attack wasn't just on the dome. The bombs Trump supporters planted surrounded offices too. So she's trying to make the claim, yeah, I wasn't in the Capitol exactly, but I was in that whole complex, which is ginormous. So just the fact that, but it doesn't stop there. It gets worse. And here's the problem. Because if you're like, Drew, why are you making a big deal out of this? We get it. AOC stretching the truth, saying things about the events that may not have taken place. I'll even go with you on the AOC hates police and the squad and how systemic racism in the police departments and certainly Capitol Police, and you can make the connection and how they were screaming, looking for her because they were looking for her because they wanted to harm her and not help her. That kind of nonsense, right? I get it. So where are we going with this? It's this message that was sent out by Ryan Saavedra put this out from the Daily Wire, and he had this on his Twitter account. And someone forwarded this email to him, and here's where the problem lies, and this is where it matters to you. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, this is from the Team AOC, an email. As we speak, right-wing operatives with millions of followers on social media are spreading flat-out lies and misleading information about Alexandria. But with your help, we can force Twitter and Facebook to take action and enforce their own rules. What's so frustrating about these attacks is that once the truth comes out, so few people get to hear it. Hundreds of thousands or potentially millions of people will have already seen or shared the misleading tweets or fake news articles, which is hysterical because it's exactly what the left does. We need your help. Here's what you can do to help us combat this campaign of disinformation and others in the future. Scan your social media to find posts with the misleading information, especially those using the trending hashtag. Don't tweet any hashtags yourself because we don't want to spread them further. She goes on to say all the things that you can do if you're looking for a picture that could be a Photoshop tweet. It could be a hashtag about this Alexandria Ocasio-Smollett that is trending on Twitter. And you're thinking, all right, so what's the big deal there? They got caught in the lie, and now they're trying to stop the spread of the fact that they got caught. And no, it's deeper than that. Scan your social media to find posts with misleading information, especially those with trending hashtags. Don't you see what's happening here? It is the call of the left and AOC to go after people who want to comment on this story, who they know that they've got what appears to be busted in a lie. Certainly stretching the truth, being overdramatic, and then showing the way they feel about police officers, Capitol Police to be exact, and that they are calling for you to be looked at, to be found, and to find the post that you put out. But not only to cleanse the social media interwebs of anything that would have to do with spreading this, but it also calls to attention how the left in this country is willing to comb and look and find you. And once they find you, what'll be the next thing? What's the next hate speech that you'll put out there, or something that will be hateful where it may end up coming up to bite you if you're looking for a job or if you're looking for a promotion or something were to come up, and then they find that tweet, which is just innocently asking the question as to why she was so dramatic about this story if it didn't happen that way. No, it's not innocent to some people. And again, it's the dangers of social media and how they will go after you and your voice. 239-479-5592. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about more Jen Psaki-isms. We got more Jen Psaki and how she feels about what Joe Biden said about, the vast majority of FBI agents, officers, they're good and decent people. What? What was her answer to that comment by Joe Biden to the press who asked about that? You might find this interesting. DrewSteele.com, the website. If you want to watch right now, we stream live each and every day. STEELE, 3 E's. Also, Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Rush Limbaugh. So again, Los Angeles Times claims that 75 years ago, American leaders knew they didn't have to drop atomic bombs on Japan to win World War II, but evil America dropped the bombs anyway. Gar Alperovitz and Martin Sherwin, a couple of old leftist historians, say that according to overwhelming evidence, Japan would have surrendered even without being hit by A-bombs, and that President Truman knew it. Now, both of these historians have made their bones slamming America, and here they are ripping the idea that the bombs were necessary to save American lives. But leftist history revisionism does not change the facts. The opposition that our military faced in clearing the outer islands of Japan in World War II was incredibly fierce. U.S. military planners calculated that an invasion of Japan could cost upward of 1 million American military lives. We had the bomb, and we used it. We saved lives. And after we dropped the first bomb, the Japanese still wouldn't surrender. So you know what we did? We dropped the second one, and they finally gave up. See, America, we were attacked by Japan. We went to war. We won. But liberals, never will they stop trying to paint America as the worst force for evil in the world. They hate this country. They hate our history. They think we're the problem in the world when it is they who are.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/news. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, Sean Hannity here again for Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these 3 things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all 3, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all 3 questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Hey, what do you want to da-da-da? I don't know. What do y'all think we should da-da-da? Well, what did we da yesterday? Yesterday. All the dolls feel like the same doll these days. I know. Like, is today Monday or Tuesday? Today is Thursday. Oh, no, I forgot to call my mom on her birthday. Oh, no.
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. That won't change. Not today or any day.
Quote today at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Beachcombing, baking cookies, learning French. Aren't these what you'd rather be doing than thinking about your Medicare prescriptions? Well, Walgreens is here to help you get back to it with convenient refill and pickup options, expert pharmacists to answer all your questions, and Medicare copays as low as $0. 0. Which is also the number of cares in the world you'll have as you stroll the beach, eating cookies and speaking French. Oh la la. Walgreens.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans where Walgreens is a preferred pharmacy.
We're on the march, and we want you along every step of the way. I'm Lois Tomei from Wink News, and I've been reporting on the difficult times of the past year. None more important than hunger. So Wink is marching toward feeding 1 million people in Southwest Florida by March 1st, and we need your help. Please join us throughout February to raise the much-needed funds. Less than $5 can feed a family of 4. Visit winkfeedsfamilies.com and join us as we march to 1 million meals.
For 2 different reasons. First, Congresswoman Liz Cheney, who made some of her fellow Republicans mad. Fox's Rachel Sutherland has more live.
Dave, the Wyoming Republican is still part of the party's A-team in the House after a secret ballot vote to keep her as conference chair. Some members wanted to remove her from leadership because she voted to impeach President Trump. Cheney said the 145 to 61 vote shows the party wants a unified front.
We're not going to be divided, and that we're not going to be in a situation where people can pick off any member of leadership.
During a meeting ahead of the vote, Cheney refused to apologize for her impeachment stance and later told reporters she doesn't regret it. Dave?
Now to that other GOP congresswoman who's only been in the House for a month.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is totally out of control.
Congressman Hakeem Jeffries says she's a QAnon sympathizer who's spread conspiracy theories. He and the Democrats plan a vote today trying to take her off committees. Republican Congressman Andy Biggs opposes that.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, if this happens, will just be the start. They will go after a couple other people, then it'll be somebody else.
Greene reportedly apologized to her GOP colleagues yesterday for her past statements. Also at the House, Democrats approved a budget resolution.
And with instructions to begin work on a $1.9 trillion recovery plan proposed by President Biden.
Designed to meet the needs of a country that has been devastated by disease and recession.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the president wants lawmakers to go big. A vote on a budget resolution is expected this week in the Senate, even as Republican leader Mitch McConnell says the Democrats' go-it-alone strategy undermines bipartisan unity.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. There's a manhunt in Texas, day 2, for 2 suspects after a police officer was shot. Balcones Heights Police Sergeant Joey Sepulveda is in critical condition. America's listening to Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing down in Estero on Estero Parkway. Very busy morning heading eastbound. If you're getting onto Estero Parkway from 41, there's a slowdown heading to 3 Oaks. Also delays on Corkscrew slightly as you're heading westbound to the interstate. Coconut Road is congested if you're heading west to US 41. Also, we're still up to speed on Bonita Beach Road. East and west between the interstate and 75, still only about a 6-minute commute. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I just want to say I love America because everyone gets a voice.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. Attention Dish subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing our NFL games and first NFL playoffs, AFC championships, and the Super Bowl. Wink News for your local news and your favorite CBS programs. Take action now. Tell Dish to keep Wink TV.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash. People say they don't like going to the dentist, but what they mean is they don't like the discomfort. Dr. Alan Rembos at smilesbyrembos.com understands. Dr. Rembos uses computerized anesthetic delivery, resulting in 50% fewer injections. And Dr. Rembos places and restores implants, eliminating delays, additional costs, and no running around. New patients and emergencies usually seen within 24 hours. Cosmetic treatment often completed in 1 to 2 weeks. Read the reviews at smilesbyrembos.com. Offices in Marcus Waco, Naples, Sanibel, and Fort Myers.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us, Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions, today at 595-4867. That's 595-4867. Now serving Marco, Naples, Bonita, and Estero.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them. We all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support. We've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad to see you. Looking good. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live at drewsteele.com. That is the website. It's mobile friendly, set up so that you can take us on the road, on your phone, on your smart device, your computer. You can watch us wherever you go. drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. Also, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. Always there, so you can watch. Tomorrow, Seed to Table. We'll be doing this show live from there. Boy, I hope it looks good as far as the cameras that we're going to set up, so you can watch as well and see what's happening there at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. It's at Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Please be there and join us and have breakfast. They're going to open up an hour earlier because obviously we'll be there at 6 o'clock and we'd be banging on the door. And if they opened up at their usual time at 7, that would be really bad. It'd be hard to do the show from a parking lot. But 6 o'clock will be open, and come join us. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We cannot wait to join you. First Fridays, so every first Friday of the month, we will be out on the road someplace. Seed to Table, Oaks Farm will be there with you tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be exciting. Also, I'm getting a ton of texts of people telling us how cold it is where they are. There was an Immokalee with 33. Is that right? Did you see that on the text line? I'm wondering who had the lowest. That might be what we do right now, just quickly, before we get into our Psakiisms of the day, Jen Psaki, who had some interesting things to say, as she usually does, and most of it's humorous and shocking and weird. Not really shocking. Let's see. Maybe you can text 239-479-5592 if you took a snapshot of maybe your phone or where you are this morning and how cold it was. Somebody sent us a text here that said it was 37 in Bonita. Beautiful Bonita, so beautiful they named it twice. I noticed my little snowflake popped up on the dashboard. Haven't seen that in a while. Actually, I'm not sure if have you ever seen, you've never seen your?
Never.
Well, my car I bought the car that I'm driving right now, the car that I have, I bought in Salt Lake City. So I used to see that snowflake a lot. Yeah, it would show up more than I care to mention. So 37 in Bonita. I see a 30. Somebody had 36 in Fort Myers. I wonder what time that was. Is that at 6 o'clock? Somebody had a 36 in Fort Myers? Yeah, there's a south of Immokalee. Charlie sent us one south of Immokalee at 6:09 a.m. It was 33 degrees according to his vehicle. 36 in Lehigh they had this morning at 6 a.m. How about that? So somebody said 34 in Golden Gate Estates. Brian had a 32 in Alva, and Rose in Fort Denard said it was 34 there. So we've had some chilly, yeah. That's just downright cold. That's not chilly. 30s is cold. So, all right. Lots of cold temps. We're going to be, so it's all right. We're going to, and like I said earlier this morning, I see some of you, Harold's in Lehigh and has a 35 degree mark right now, or this morning. Listen, like I said, we can do it, Southwest Florida. We can make it. We can get through this cold weather together. All we have to do is huddle up and the warmth of our bodies together. It's COVID. We can't do it. Sorry. Don't listen to me. Don't huddle up for warmth. It's a bad idea, especially if you're at your place of employment and you're doing that. That could be really awkward. Don't do that. But it's not COVID friendly. So a great lesson for you, kids. Don't do drugs. All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, Jen Psaki comes to mind with some of the things that have been said by this administration and trying to protect the administration and the interesting way that she spins or circles back, however you want to put it. So,
if there's more I can share with you,
yeah.
I'll circle back with you. If
yeah,
there's
I guess she'll circle back. So yesterday, she's asked about Joe Biden's comments. You know, hearing about the tragedy in Sunrise a few days ago. We had Rich Kolko joining us, safety and security expert, Wink News, talking about the shooting in Sunrise, left 2 FBI officers dead, and how horrific that situation was. The perpetrator shooting through the door. Again, as I was bringing up that yesterday, a horrific situation, but another example of why when people say we can't have no-knock warrants, I might make the case that here's why you do no-knock warrants. Because if you have information about someone who's on the other side of the door that could very well probably does have firearms, weapons, that we want to keep officers safe. And so a no-knock warrant may be warranted to keep individuals safe. So when people say, well, why would you do something like that? It's something that officers shouldn't be doing. Well, when somebody can shoot through the door and kill you, then you may want to reconsider. So Joe Biden, if you missed it just the other day, during a Tuesday press briefing in the Oval Office, he was expressing condolences to the families of the FBI agents who were injured or killed. And Joe Biden was talking about officers and says,
and every single day, every one of these folks get up and they, by and large, the vast majority of these men and women are decent, honorable people who put themselves on the line.
The vast majority of officers, vast majority being decent, honorable people. Vast majority decent and honorable. Well, a lot of people thought that might not be the right thing to say, not only at that moment, but any moment. You might have a question or two about that. And so Jen Psaki was asked about that yesterday. The first portion of the questions about why he would say vast majority of FBI agents, decent, honorable people, came from a reporter from Fox News. So as you can imagine, if it was coming from Fox News and reporter Kristen Fisher bringing up the topic, you can imagine that Jen Psaki was going to be pretty dismissive. Well, because, Fox News.
One question, if I could, sorry, about the president's comments last night as he was paying his respects to the FBI agents that lost their lives or were injured. He said, by and large, the vast majority of these men and women are decent, honorable people. What did he mean by that, the vast majority part?
That's exactly what he meant. Go ahead, Kristen.
Oh, go ahead, Chris. Okay, that's it. That's exactly what he meant. That's all you get. Now, that's all that a Fox News reporter gets. There's Kristen Wilker from NBC News. She wanted to follow up and say, can you go into a little more detail?
I follow up with a previous question and just circle back to President Biden's comments yesterday in the Oval Office when he said the vast majority of U.S. law enforcement officers were decent, honorable people. Why did he think it was important to stress that the vast majority are? Because
Why did you think that he had to stress the vast majority? Why at that moment in time? Why at all? Why talk about officers that way? You know, you could probably answer the question already. You probably know more about the question and you probably know more about what was said than Joe Biden does, and he was the one that said it.
Not a joke.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. What time is lunch? So Jen Psaki's like, okay.
I think he believes that the men and women who have been serving our country in a variety of capacities have, been criticized, some have been threatened. The roles they're playing have been questioned over the last several years, and he wanted to reiterate his support for the important work they do. It's also why he's visiting the State Department tomorrow.
That was quite the spin.
But not to say that all of them are. I mean, he made that delineation.
Well, I think the point he's making is that despite reports of, individuals in different areas who may have done things that are problematic, that the vast majority of men and women serving in our law enforcement roles, serving in civil service roles.
Okay, look, she's just spinning her way around it. The fact of the matter is that if she could have made a short answer out of it for Fox News and Kristen Fisher and just said he meant what he said, she would have been just fine with that because it placated to the crowd that has a problem with law enforcement in this country. The squad, the AOCs and the like, who all have a problem with you officers putting your life on the line each and every day and have a problem with you being out there. And who would rather have a social worker run to a situation than you. The people that run towards danger as opposed to the people that are running away from it. Yeah, they have a problem with you. And, vast majorities. And look, it's, again, you know that there's going to be spin. You know that they're going to circle back.
I'll circle back.
Yeah. But also make no mistake about how Joe Biden feels about you in this country and how he is willing to identify you and put you in groups and identify you as individuals and say, look, a lot of you aren't good. He did it during campaign season.
There are probably anywhere from 10 to 15% of the people out there that are just not very good people.
Not very good people. It's not. So it's nothing new. But the bigger point here is not that you're going to have Jen Psaki who's going to try to spin for Joe Biden. It's not the fact that oftentimes you see Jen Psaki looking through this book that's in front of her as if she has no clue what's going on and needs the notes because it's tough to really pinpoint. And then when she has to speak specifically about an item or an issue, just spins all the way around to the point where the media is like, I don't want to even ask her another question because I have no idea what she was just talking about now. But the bigger question about what do individuals in this administration feel about law enforcement in this country? Just say it. Just say what you think, say what you feel. Let's see whose side you're on. And you can't have it both ways. You can't in 1 minute call law enforcement, Capitol Police, National Guard, stormtroopers, like Nancy Pelosi did on one hand, and then honor them in the rotunda the next and feel like there's not some kind of hypocrisy here and there's a problem. You just can't do it. But they do, and they don't get any pushback, especially from mainstream media, local, state, or national. Nobody's pushing back. Nobody wants to have anything to do with it. I do. I mean, the pushing back part. 239-479-5592. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will play some interesting audio from Rand Paul, who decided to go after the education secretary nominee and say, well, hold on a second. I get the feeling that people want to know what planet you're from and how you think it's okay that boys would be competing against girls in girls' sports, and somehow the American people think that it's fair. And there's a lot to that story. Again, pushing back. And get your thoughts on it. All right. Coming up, drewsteele.com, the website, if you want to watch this program. Of course, facebook.com/DrewSteele Radio as well. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Couple crashes in Southwest Florida. There's a crash at Botanica Lakes and Treeline Avenue. Slowdowns southbound on Treeline heading to Daniels Parkway, but we're still up to speed on the interstate if you want the option to get around that crash. Also, if you're in Bonita, a crash at West Terry Street and Forest Park Avenue causing congestion west of Old 41 heading to US 41. If you're heading this way, stick to Bonita Beach Road if you want the alternate to get around the congestion that's building heading west to US 41. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start with 30s and 40s and even inland frost, temps for today 69 with dry conditions and a mostly sunny sky. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. From your street to Wall Street. From around town to around the world. News is always happening.
We just live in such a crazy time right now. It's starting to get weird.
And we'll keep you informed and up to date.
We've got to pay attention.
It's all important, yes, and it has to be addressed.
At the top, 30 minutes past. And when it breaks, 24/7.
It hit me like a ton of bricks.
It's important to stay informed these days more than ever.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Hey guys, this is Larry King. Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that don't work? I've got great news for you. I had prostate problems that were driving me nuts. I tried several different natural products. None of them worked. One day I heard about Prostagenics. It beat over 157 other prostate supplements in independent lab tests and was rated #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. So I got some Prostagenics, and boy, am I glad I did. Now my prostate troubles are a thing of the past. I sleep like a champ. I feel like I did 20 years ago. Do yourself a huge favor. Do what I did and get yourself some Prostagenics.
Prostagenics comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can order absolutely risk-free. So go online or call 800-600-2020. 800-600-2020. If you call in the next 6 minutes, you can get a free bottle with a Larry King TV special. 800-600-2020.
Pick up the phone right now.
Trust.
Breaking news as we begin tonight.
Trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
All new Dr. Phil, a marriage filled with secrets, lies, a mistress, and...
This man that you've been married to for 8 years has been arrested for planning to murder you.
He had everything planned out. He wanted the fiancé to move in with him in July, so he had to get me out of the picture in June.
How was he allegedly going to kill you?
Taking us on a boat ride, giving me the fentanyl, and then some freak accident happens.
Who does that?
New Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 5 on WXCW.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Did you know that Florida has a part-time legislature that meets for 60 days each year at the state capitol in Tallahassee? There are 120 members of the Florida House and 40 members of the Florida Senate. The Florida Constitution requires that each member be at least 21 years old, a registered voter, and a resident of Florida 2 years prior to election. Our Constitution also requires the legislature to pass a balanced budget every year. In 1992, almost 80% of Florida voters approved term limits of 8 years for all legislators. The pay is set by statute at $29,697 per year. Lee County is represented by 4 House members and 3 state senators. And remember, they all work for you. Soon we'll be heading to Tallahassee for our 2021 legislative session, And I'll be doing weekly updates right here on 92.5 to keep you informed of all the work we're doing on your behalf. This is Spencer Roach. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned and stay engaged. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
Attention Dish subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing our NFL games and first NFL playoffs, AFC championships, and the Super Bowl. Wink News for your local news and your favorite CBS programs. Take action now. Tell Dish to keep Wink TV.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. DrewSteele.com is the website. If you want to watch, streaming live right now, Drew Steele. Steele has 3 E's. And you could also go to Facebook, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. I don't know if you're planning on having a party for the big game this weekend. Super Bowl. Maybe you're going to have some Cheetos that are going to be in the shape of Tampa Bay Buccaneer flags or something like that. I don't know what you're going to be doing, or something like that, or have a face, a Tom Brady head sculpted out of goat cheese. Get it? Goat cheese. Anyway, good to know that while we're doing all of this, we got to stay socially distanced, even in our own homes.
And finally, it's not a national holiday, but it might as well be. We've got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. We are used to having indoor Super Bowl parties. I don't have to tell you about everybody reaching into the same bowl of nachos.
Reaching into the same bowl of nachos. Hey, if we eat COVID, how does that work? Anyway, sorry. That's not fair. Go ahead.
How concerned are you, and what's your message to folks as they think about getting together for the Super Bowl?
Anybody want to guess what Dr. Fauci's message is for the Super Bowl with regards to COVID and having people over the house? And you probably already know it.
Well, every time we do have something like this, there always is a spike, be it a holiday, Christmas, New Year's.
Was there a spike? Last time I checked, I'm looking at some of the numbers right now. I don't see the big, huge spike that he's talking about. As a matter of fact, all the numbers globally are going down substantially.
Thanksgiving, as you mentioned, Super Bowl is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You don't have to hear the rest of it. He's saying, don't do Super Bowl parties. Don't do anything. Just stay home. Just stay in your room. Stay in your closet.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. These days, a statement like that might get you banned from Twitter. Who said it? That radical Thomas Jefferson. I'm Lori Roman, president of the American Constitutional Rights Union, and this is a Live Free Minute. After more than 200 years of enjoying free speech, the current cancel culture has Americans fearful of expressing themselves. The First Amendment to the Constitution was written to stop the government from infringing on the God-given right of every American to express their views. We pledge that we will not remain silent. Please join ACRU in standing up against cancel culture, because without free speech, we can't live free. This Live Free Minute is brought to you by American Constitutional Rights Union, a national nonprofit organization in Naples, Florida. If you'd like to learn more about our work, visit livefreeminute.org. livefreeminute.org.
Has the relationship with your financial advisor changed? It was great at first, but now you never hear from them unless they've got something to sell, or once you learn about conflicts of interest, excessive fees, or lack of resources. Annex Wealth Management is different. We provide comprehensive investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning using our team built to serve. We're experienced, we're local, we're ready, and most importantly, we're a fee-only fiduciary. Meet the challenges this year with a partner acting in your best interest. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida.
And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455. Or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The House votes today on stripping Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene of her committee assignments.
Greene currently sits on the House Budget and Education Committees, but Democrats say her past comments about school shootings and apparent embrace of conspiracy theories make some members feel unsafe and should disqualify her. During a closed-door House GOP conference meeting, Greene reportedly apologized to fellow Republicans for her past statements, with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy saying, "I hold her to her word as well as her actions going forward."
Fox's Sean Langell. At that same meeting, a failed vote to remove Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney from leadership for her vote to impeach former President Trump.
It was a very resounding acknowledgement that we need to go forward together and that we need to go forward in a way that helps us beat back the really dangerous and negative Democrat policies.
And President Biden gives a speech at the State Department today about his foreign policy plans. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News traffic.
Couple crashes in Southwest Florida. There's a crash at Botanica Lakes and Treeline Avenue. Slow down southbound on Treeline heading to Daniels Parkway, but we're still up to speed on the interstate if you want the option to get around that crash. Also, if you're in Bonita, a crash at West Terry Street and Forest Park Avenue causing congestion west of Old 41 heading to US 41. If you're heading this way, stick to Bonita Beach Road if you want the alternate to get around the congestion that's building heading west to US 41. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Southwest Florida's place to talk about
coronavirus. It's on the police.
Everything.
Give me liberty or give me COVID-19.
92.5 Fox News.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Keeping your home and business cool is a struggle, but now you can be the insider on how it all works and how to keep it running when the heat is on. Join Matt and Justin from Island Air right here on Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. for the Island Air Hour, providing quick and effective solutions for commercial and residential air conditioning and heating systems. If you have a question about your system, you can call us right now at 239-747-1550, and we'll be glad to help. Serving Southwest Florida since 1972.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
When you need a new roof, it pays to deal with the best. King Roofing has built their business on a solid foundation of honest appraisals, fair pricing, and the finest workmanship. Your insurance may be paying the bills, but you'll live with your choice of roofer for years, even decades to come. Choose Roofing Royalty, and you'll never regret it. In Southwest Florida, there's only one King. Call King Roofing today.
Every castle deserves a king.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Wake up to facts, not fear, with Wink News this morning.
We're following breaking COVID-19 news.
Breaking developments in the coronavirus story and everything else you trust Wink News to bring you every morning.
Right now, we're looking good on Doppler radar, Arcadia, Port Charlotte.
If you're looking for the fastest option north of 23rd,
the new poll shows that 60% of Americans approve of President.
Wink News, up to the minute you're up. Tomorrow morning, starting at 4:30.
Next, Rachel.
We've got mail. It's your mail, you guys.
We're opening up Rachel's mailbag.
How can he groom his beard? Oh my goodness.
And answering all your questions.
I'm going to use a box color.
From a Zoom groom with the king of coiffed, Kyan Douglas.
I wanted you to check out John's beard.
To saving bucks on the 2 biggest monthly bills.
You can save hundreds of dollars a month.
Plus, clean out your fridge with the heartiest of soups. Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
239-479-5592. I want you to remember the number for a couple of reasons. If you want to call, if you want to text, but also because in about 10 minutes from now, we'll do Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD and have a little bit of fun this morning. And we do it each and every day at 7:50. It's a civics lesson. It's a politics lesson. It's something that, who knows if your school's even doing that. But that's why you got to gather the kids around. You know, these are civics questions. They may be even basic civics questions that you don't even know the answer to, right? I mean, a lot of times Jake plays along every day.
I know all the answers.
He thinks he knows all the answers. He thinks he knows a lot of the answers to a lot of things. He actually does. The cool thing, I will give Jake credit today. I give him credit every day. I just don't do it publicly, so I'll give you some credit today. You are on the tech side of things and on the social media side of things. And when you hear about Wall Street bets and GameStop and everything, Jake, that's like last year for Jake. Jake he's already there. He already knows it. He's already in these chat rooms. He already knows what's going on. And he sees all these things. You see all these things coming. I should lean on you a little more for this stuff.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that the whole Wall Street bets thing took this while to blow up like it did, because they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, and we're talking about it for a long time. And so I'm almost looking, even for the new hottest social media trends, this Clubhouse thing is the new social media trend, right?
It's invite only.
Yeah.
Super exclusive.
So now there's another one. There's another social media trend that's coming. And here's the thing, everybody. Gather around the radio, because this is an important aspect of what we're going to talk about today. is that if you're looking for the latest and greatest trends and what's going to be coming and you're thinking, man, I wish I was ahead on that, or I wish I knew about this, we're going to give you some insights on some things. I'm not saying you're always going to get it here. I'm not going to be like John Kerry presumptuous, like I get to fly private planes and you don't. I'm not going to go there, although he did. Yeah, we'll play that audio later. But I'm saying that I got to lean on you more for some of these things. And we pop them. What's the worst that could happen? We talk about Clubhouse as the next new big thing. And a year from now, and people will be talking about Clubhouse and less about Twitter and Facebook. And we can always say, man, Drew Steele, Jake the Millennial, he knew it. They knew it before we had any idea. So do you want, I don't really want to get, I'll get into a little detail on that in just a second. Two other things I want to mention. DrewSteele.com. Hopefully you're watching there on the website. It's set up so that you can stream it from your mobile phone, your mobile device. It's like an app, so it's mobile friendly. Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio, or we're still on YouTube if you'd like. You can go there as well. Steele has 3 E's. And tomorrow we'll be at Seed to Table. It's our first Friday event. Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. We'll be there at 6 a.m., of course. They're opening at 6 a.m. special for us so that you can come in, enjoy a cup of coffee and some breakfast and hang out. We're going to be upstairs, I guess. There's a stage up there, so we'll be on the stage, and there's plenty of seating. It's going to be an awesome time, and I cannot wait, especially because it'll be a lot warmer than it is this morning. People are texting us pictures of the frost on their windshields. It's like real, honest-to-goodness frost. It's not those little specks that you see sometimes on lawns or something, and they're like, look at the frost. No, you had to wipe that off, that windshield out there in Lehigh. You had to wipe that off, didn't you?
I don't think they don't sell snow scrapers.
Nope. No, they don't. But Clubhouse, it's an invite-only thing, and if you want to know what it is, it's the next social media trend, and Jake's going to tell you quickly. How does it work?
All right, so like it's social media, but there's no pictures, there's no text. It's all your voice. It's all talking. There's chat rooms, I guess you could say. I've been in some with up to like 1,000 people.
So they're just clips so they're just people talking in these rooms, or they're clips of people talking?
No, we are live.
Okay.
There's a live broadcast on any end. You can raise your hand to talk. Not everyone gets to talk, but in most cases, there's moderators for a room, stuff like that. It's kind of like a podcast, but it's an open forum kind of podcast in a sense.
Okay.
But the idea of censorship.
It's Jake's phone ringing in the middle of the show.
If you think about it, you really can't censor someone's voice. And then if you have a disagreement or if there's something that does occur, then everybody can clear it up with your voice. So
I don't know if I'm into this or not, but we might as well be on. I'm wondering if, so what I should do is get on, and then I should have people text me, and then I will send them invites, and then everybody can be invited.
Well, the thing is we only have, so when you sign up, you'll have 2 invites.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, if we got a chain going, we could invite everybody.
All right.
It would just take some time.
So maybe we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. Here's the other thing I like. You know what else works really good with your voice and talking to people? A phone! Call people! Stop texting! Call them! That's my first reaction is, Can we just get back to phone calls? Look, don't text me. You want to talk to me? Call me. Yeah, but I only need to ask one quick one. So ask the question. I don't care. Just call me. It makes me feel like you care. All right. Speaking of people who care and don't care. Hey, do you care about Andrew Cuomo anymore? You should care about. This was a great article in the Washington Examiner. I'm going to kind of roll through some headlines this morning because there's so much that's out there. It's drinking water out of a fire hose. The stories just keep hitting and hitting and hitting. Ron DeSantis' Florida is the unsung success story of coronavirus. The Washington Examiner had this editorial yesterday. And this is interesting because just the way it starts out. Beginning January 20th, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo acquired a new problem. You know what the problem was? He can't very well blame President Biden for his performance on the coronavirus, so he now lacks a federal scapegoat toward which to deflect blame for his own shortcomings. As a consequence, both Cuomo and his erstwhile cheerleaders in the media have been forced to come to grips with the utter incompetence underlying his ostentatious, self-indulging behavior. The pandemic has caused more death in his state than in any other, and at a higher rate of death than in any other, save New Jersey. Look, when people say, oh, the amount of deaths in the state of Florida, it's outrageous. Okay, per capita, we're like in the 20s, and we're not the most. We're not even the second most. There's now multiple evidence that Cuomo's specific policies, decisions brought the tragic situation about it in nursing homes, and he tried to cover it up. You've got health staff that's resigning. You got the bungling that's going on. You got a fawning media that's trying to protect him. Perhaps the best example of a large state succeeding amid the crisis is conservative Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida. Florida is larger in population than New York, more disproportionately elderly, visited by more potentially infected tourists, and, as of last census, its population is more concentrated in urban areas. Yet somehow, in spite of all of these disadvantages, Florida's death rate from the coronavirus is roughly half that of the Empire State. Before you leap to attribute this to the sunny weather, note that Arizona, Louisiana, and Mississippi are all in the top 10 for death rate, whereas frigid Vermont, Idaho, Maine, and Utah are near the bottom. The goal were to minimize coronavirus deaths while also maximizing the openness of one state. The numbers bear out DeSantis' success. In addition to having a much lower death rate, Florida has 25% fewer hospitalizations, 25 fewer new cases, 2% fewer new cases as of the end of January, in contrast to Cuomo's heavy-handed vaccination policies, which have had hospitals doing all the heavy lifting and resulted in many doses being thrown out rather than given to the quote-unquote wrong people. DeSantis has created drive-through testing and vaccination sites and expects to administer more than 300,000 shots this week. Now, it continues to go on about the census and the numbers and how we're doing in Florida. These are real science, data, and numbers. This is a real story here that the Washington Examiner is putting out. So why do we have people locally, statewide, nationally? Why do we have to have all of these people when it comes to coronavirus and things that are happening here in the state and Governor DeSantis? Why are they constantly going after him with some things that don't make any sense? I don't need to read a local story telling us about how Florida vaccine supplies are inefficient to support to support the population. People telling us from Florida Gulf Coast University and the mathematics professor telling us it's going to take another 15 weeks to get shots in the arms of the rest of Florida's 65 and older population if supply doesn't increase. Okay, so maybe the supply will increase. So why put this out and speak negatively about the governor and then go through a whole story about how awful the governor is and things that are happening and the single doses and how you're given what you're given and then you do what you have to do with those doses. They're not being thrown in the trash like Governor Cuomo did in New York, and yet you can't focus on the positive. It always seems like there has to be some dramatic story just around the corner. It's almost as if you're going after the governor with the specific purpose of going after the governor. Stop it. Show us and give us the things that we can see and get hope with. And the numbers that are there that are real, that are good things that are happening in the state. Why are the local, state, and national media consistently target this governor? It's almost like it's a coordinated effort to go after him because they just don't like him because he's in league with Trump and, orange man bad. And they're still talking about Trump. Again, you got Maxine Waters, who has no problem saying the most outrageous, ridiculous things about the president of the United States and no pushback. MSNBC going after the president for impeachment.
As a matter of fact, he absolutely should be charged with premeditated murder because of the lives that were lost.
Really? I'm just leaving that there as part of this discussion. I'm just leaving it there. Man. All I'm saying is that you read this story out of the Washington Examiner. They're giving you numbers that are real, honest numbers that are there to show the success and the things that are happening in the state. And have there been some hiccups and have there been some issues with trying to get vaccines to individuals who desperately want to get the vaccine, but there's only a certain amount and there's a whole lot of people. And so just the dynamics and the math, Mr. Florida Gulf Coast University mathematics professor, the math would figure out that way. I mean, you know it and I know it, that's how the math works out for the time being. Your assumption that if we don't get more doses, but why make that assumption and leap and do that? Unless you're trying to make a story that of a state that's doing really well, a positive into a negative. Well, we're not there yet. We haven't got to that point. So why do that? It's just frustrating to me. Maybe I'm missing something. 239-479-5592. Maybe the guy's spot on. And again, here's new COVID-19 infections worldwide are down 44% in the U.S. and 30% globally in the last 3 weeks. And the WHO, take it for what it's worth, their experts are baffled. They don't know. What's this phenomenon? And they're saying that vaccines cannot be the main driver. Could it be herd immunity? Could it be that it's starting to come to the point where that maybe we are starting to get to that place globally? Is it because the numbers have changed? The lower PCR cycle rates went from 40 to 30, like we talked about in the past. The concerns of many that the talk now is because there were so many false positives in COVID-19 testing that they've lowered the PCR cycle rates from 40 to 30. And when you lower that, you're lowering the false positives. So by lowering that, you're showing less cases, and that's happening worldwide. I mean, some might say convenient for a Joe Biden president.
We choose truth over facts.
Yeah, I bet you do. But they don't know. But these numbers exist. Just like to hear some more of that. All right, I'm looking at the time. I see Colin and Gabriel are both calling. Stay there. In just a few minutes, we'll get to your calls. But first, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. I would love for you to call right now at 239-479-5592. If you would like to play, we'll take the third caller. That's fine. And we'll play. It's a civics lesson. It's a lesson on politics. It's the time that you should gather the kids around if they're around. It should be in schools. Why can't we get Drew's College in schools and have it on the loudspeakers for the kids? All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic, here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic is slowing in Lehigh Acres from a crash at Richmond and East 10th. Southbound delays on Richmond starting from 12th. Also, if you're in Fort Myers, a crash at Alico Road and Three Oaks, this is a hit and run, is slowing traffic eastbound as well as westbound on Alico. Especially keep this in mind as you're getting off of I-75 to head west. And the crash in Bonita Springs at Forest Park Avenue and West Terry Street, delaying traffic, congestion heavy here between US 41 and Old 41. You can avoid this if you just stick to Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start with 30s and 40s and even inland frost, temps for today 69 with dry conditions and a mostly sunny sky. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I'm an interior designer and I trust Rock Solid.
If you're looking for just the right countertops for your home, the choice is simple. Rock Solid.
I'm a contractor and I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
I trust Rock Solid.
Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor who wants the finest countertops, choose Rock Solid, a company you can trust.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 J&C Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Trust.
Breaking news as we begin
tonight. You can always
tonight.
trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
All new Dr. Phil, a marriage filled with secrets, lies, a mistress, and...
This man that you've been married to for 8 years has been arrested for planning to murder you.
He had everything planned out. He wanted the fiance to move in with him in July, so he had to get me out of the picture in June.
How is he allegedly going to kill you?
Taking us on a boat ride, giving me the fentanyl, and then some freak accident happens.
Who does that?
New Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 5 on WXCW.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. In some cases, fast care can be life-saving, especially for heart attacks and strokes. So don't delay or be afraid to get help if you need it. Physicians Regional Healthcare System is safe and ready to care for you, with limited entry points, screening for everyone, deep cleaning, and social distancing. We're taking extra precautions to help keep you safe. Don't put off emergency care. Visit ercarephysiciansregional.com or call 911 in an emergency.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, that's the music because I'm looking at the phones. Here you go. All right, Mark. Mark's in Naples. Hey, Mark, how are you today?
Hey, good morning from sunny Naples. How are you?
It's sunny, but it's cold.
It's cold, a lot of frost, but it's nice.
Yep, and it goes away and it warms up. That's what we do here. That's what we do here in Florida.
That's right.
They don't do that in New York, do they? Okay, where am I going? Stop. All right, I got to stop. All right, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now.
All
right, listen carefully, Mark. Who was the Democrat nominee for President of the United States in the year 2012?
2012, Barack Obama.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. If the president can no longer serve, the vice president serves. If the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes the president?
The Speaker of the House.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this very question. Where is it? Oh, here it is. All right. In 1865, Lee surrenders to Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. What war did that end?
The Civil War.
That is correct, sir. All right, a master's degree is yours. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Where is that question? All right, went away. All right, there it is. All right, can you tell me, think about this carefully, who gave the first State of the Union address? Who was it that gave the first State of the Union address in the United States? Who was that?
George Washington.
And that is correct, sir. I tried to make it sound like it was tricky, but it really wasn't. It was kind of a first president of the United States. And okay, there you go. We're just, we're trying to teach the youth. That's what we're doing, the youths.
Did you say youths?
Yes, the youths. We're teaching the youths.
Good luck. You got a monumental task there.
Well, you know what? I would agree with you if I knew what monumental meant. I'm just kidding. Of course, I know what monumental means. All right, we got to go. Mark, thanks for the call. I appreciate you playing Drew's College, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't worry about the cold. It goes away, and we break through. Although the cold today was snowflake popping up on your dashboard-esque today. Jake's never seen it before. It's the first time he noticed that snowflake popping up. Are you sure it wasn't a check engine light?
Oh, that's on too.
Yeah, because it's already on. Is yours on all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all right. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just do what I do. When I see the check engine light popping up, I'm just like, that's just a glitch.
It's really what it is.
That's all it is. It's a glitch in the system.
Needs an update.
Everything's fine. I'm just going downhill. I'm okay. I coast to the stoplights. I'm good. I'm good.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, Dave, what's going on with your sink? It's full of water.
Really slow to drain.
You tried all the...
Yes, I've tried all the...
Just asking.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse.
So maybe...
Now the downstairs sink is slow, too. I don't dare flush the toilet.
Dave?
What's the point of having running water if it doesn't run out again?
Dave...
I might as well give up on indoor plumbing completely, build an outhouse, and haul water up from the river in a bucket!
Dave! So, what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out and gets the water moving again, and things go back to normal.
That's best?
Well, yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks standing by, waiting for last-minute calls.
Right now?
Right now.
I don't need to build an outhouse?
It's a little chilly this time of year.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Indoor plumbing is a miracle, isn't it?
Yeah, only when it's working.
Oh, man.
Call the boys at National Exterminators. I'm putting out a new contract on Bugsy the Roach, Ratso the Rat, Tony the Termite, and the Anthill Mob.
Okay, Godfather, but ain't that gonna cost us a lot?
No. National Exterminators just told me they'll whack anyone for only $46.
Only $46?
Get it done.
Operator, get me Bugsy the Roach, Tony the Termite, and the Anthill Mob on the phone fast.
Yeah, hello, she. Who's this?
This better be important. Yeah, talk, Ratso, we're listening.
Seems like the Godfather put out a contract on all of us.
How much is this contract?
$46. 46 smackers. The boys of National Exterminators are out now looking for all of us.
We better run.
It looks like curtains for me, boys.
Got pest of your own you want to whack? Call the boys at National Exterminators. Just dial 239-46-NO-BUG. National Exterminators. Prompt, polite, and professional. Just call 46-NO-BUG and 46nobug.com.
National Exterminators.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
House Democrats are ready to take action against a Republican. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. They're targeting Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's worn masks with Trump won and Stop the Steal messages.
The QAnon caucus leader, sympathizer, and someone who has denied that mass shootings where children were massacred has taken place.
Democratic Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. There's a vote today. Fox's Rachel Sutherland details it live.
Dave Taylor Greene, a freshman from Georgia, could be a country mile from committee assignments by the end of the day as Democrats prepare to remove her from the education and budget panels over a series of rabble-rousing comments. GOP Congressman Jim Jordan warns
that is a dangerous road to head down, particularly when in this situation, it's the Democrats who are saying, we're going to kick this individual off the committees.
House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy issued a statement saying past comments from and endorsed by Marjorie Taylor Greene on school shootings, political violence, and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories do not represent the values or beliefs of the House Republican Conference. Dave?
And Rachel, another Republican Congresswoman, Liz Cheney, survived an attempt within her party to remove her as GOP conference chair. The 61 Republicans who tried were angry. Cheney joined Democrats voting to impeach President Trump over the Capitol attack, but they were outvoted. And afterward, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said,
this conference is more united. We've got the right leadership team behind it.
But when it comes to the COVID financial aid bill, Republicans are on the outside looking in. The House moved forward a budget resolution setting up a process that could pass the $1.9 trillion bill without any GOP votes.
We're going to all work together with this president. We are united as one for a big, bold package, working with our Republican friends when we can.
Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer. The number of coronavirus deaths in the U.S. spiked back up yesterday, nearly 4,000, bringing the total now over 450,000. America's listening to Fox News.
Beachcomber. Wink News. Traffic.
Traffic is slowing in Lehigh Acres from a crash at Richmond and East 10th. Southbound delays on Richmond starting from 12th. Also, if you're in Fort Myers, a crash at Alico Road and Three Oaks, this is a hit and run, is slowing traffic eastbound as well as westbound on Alico. Especially keep this in mind as you're getting off of I-75 to head west. And the crash in Bonita Springs at Forest Park Avenue and West Terry Street, delaying traffic, congestion heavy here between US 41 and Old 41. You can avoid this if you just stick to Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
From smartphones and TVs to desktops, laptops, and tablets.
Every audio device in this hemisphere.
All you have to do is tell your smart device to play 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get the third free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
I was asked the other day if I could explain romance. Hi, it's Joseph Edison. I pondered that for a few moments. Wow, I'm not sure. Romance, it's a mystery, like the deep blue sea. Romance is when somebody makes more time to spend with their sweetie, and we help people do that. Closet Factory's master designers can make time for more date nights, and better organization clears the mind, giving you and your sweetie time to better concentrate on each other. Ah, romance.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Why wait for so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group? Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Come have an exciting offshore fishing adventure and maybe even hook up aboard the Blind Date. Blind Date Charters offers backwaters to offshore fishing and more. Whether you target tarpon, grouper, or snapper, the trip won't disappoint. Captain Tom Katz will provide a first-class experience that'll leave you with memories that last a lifetime. Call Blind Date Charters at 239-810-2473. That's 239-810-2473.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. Look at you. You're looking great for somebody that is incredibly cold right now. Well, you were incredibly cold earlier this morning. Now you're probably fine. As it's starting to warm up, we started the day, and I was getting all kinds of texts, 239-479-5592 from you showing us your phones and your car dashboards. And I saw 33s in Immokalee, 34s out in the estates, Golden Gate Estates. And it was cold. No doubt about it. All right, coming up, there's a lot to talk about. The Parler CEO and saying he was fired, and the reasons are suspect. Let's just put it this way. I'm not sure that he's being incredibly honest about everything. So we'll get to that. We'll also get to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and how she's a really good actress, or she's lying, or one or the other. I'm not really sure. And we can also talk a little bit more about John Kerry and how he believes that he's better than you. Congressman Byron Donalds joins us each and every Thursday at this time, and we're excited that he is here right now as we speak. Well, good morning, Congressman. How are you today?
Hey, Drew, what's going on?
It is. I'm trying to. I can't even. There's so much news that is rolling out right now. It's like drinking water out of a fire hose, trying to cover all of it and everything that is happening. And so I don't know. Maybe we'll take bits and pieces and try to make sense of all of it. One of the things that I'm trying to make sense out of is a lot of what's going on right now on Capitol Hill. I have to tell you that I am so concerned about it. Maybe you can speak to this directly or indirectly, however you want to do it, that Democrats are doing what they usually do, which is they are quick to target us. They're quick to target conservatives. They're quick to target our speech. And yet they never check themselves, if you will, in some of their past. Larry Elder said something in an opinion piece that is interesting at BizPac Review, where he said Democrats want a quote-unquote return to civility. Congressman, I might ask you this question. When did they practice it? when did they have it?
Never. They never practiced civility at all. And that's the thing that's so crazy about this. Look, what's happening with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And look, I know Marjorie. We came in together in the 117th. And so she and I have talked about a lot of different issues. We've talked about her Facebook posts in the past. She's actually denounced them. She did it last night in conference. She denounced them all. The media does not care. What they care about is trying to make somebody in our conference the new lightning rod in the party because Donald Trump's no longer president. And they're looking for a new one. And that's really what's happening here. Meanwhile, they have members in their conference who say some of the most outlandish things, and nobody ever wants to talk about that or really censure them or anything. The closest they ever got was Ilhan Omar when she gave some half apology on the House floor, and everybody said, oh, see, she apologized. It's all good. This is what they do all the time. So, when reporters ask me about it, I just say, listen, I'm not the thought police. Neither are you. I don't agree with everything that Marjorie says. But Marjorie's going to be held accountable by her district, not by me, not by the other members up here.
Yep. No, that you're exactly right. unfortunately, that's how we look at it and we talk about it. You certainly address it that way. I would love to see Democrats look at their own and see some of the things that are being said and maybe push back a little bit. I'll give you one example in audio form. I don't know if you heard the Maxine Waters comments made yesterday about the former president of the United States and the impeachment process. She was on, MSNBC. She was on Joy Reid's program and talking about the former president and saying this.
As a matter of fact, he absolutely should be charged with premeditated murder because of the lives that were lost.
I mean, really, it's these kind of comments, the vitriol, the hyperbolic statements that the media gives a pass to. And that, and you have the position to do this. And I'm sure, you're probably being approached by media outlets that would love comments from you. And I don't know how you can confidently go to some of these media outlets to have conversations with them when they're not on your side. They probably will take your words out of context, and they will they'll let Maxine Waters make a statement like that just yesterday, and never any pushback.
Well, I mean, look, first of all, our standard, if you will, in my offices, anytime I talk to the media, we record everything.
Yeah.
Because they can't be trusted. So we record it in its entirety, and then we put it out. So if we find that they took my words out of context, we will put out the complete audio. Because you're right, or audio and video, because you're right, they cannot be trusted. That's number one. Number two, look, Joy Reid's program is on MSNBC. Like 5 people watch it. So, of course, she's going to have a free reign, Maxine, is to go and say what she said. But, again, if you want to have unity, if you want to talk about quieting the temperature, bringing the temperature down, and all the other, cute little phrases that like to roll around up here in the Beltway, then you actually do that with your actions. You don't just say it, and then the other side of your mouth, you're saying that somebody needs to be tried on murder charges. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. And number 3, Drew, the Democrats here obviously don't understand criminal law. Because if they did, what they would be saying about the president of the United States would be completely outlandish and outrageous. All they know is politics. That's all they ever play. And that's one of the reasons why the country is as divided as it is.
Yeah. And Congressman Byron Donalds is joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Each and every Thursday he joins us, give us kind of a little bit of an update what's happening there, the things that he's seeing. And dare I say, it's kind of funny because I kind of co-opted a little bit because I get so frustrated about things. I know there are some things that you want to talk about this morning, but certainly that's what ends up happening is I see these news stories, I get frustrated, I bring them to you. But I know that as a lot of people are focusing on what's happening with COVID across the country and across the globe, we're hearing numbers that are looking promising from the WHO saying that across the country, I think COVID numbers have been down something like 44% globally, 30%. There are interesting numbers that are coming out. And then, what's going on in the state and what the governor has been able to do here and on a national level. Can you describe some of the things that are being discussed there in D.C., the latest on COVID and even the work that we're doing here that we continue to do in the state?
Listen, the latest is being talked about on Capitol Hill is this $2 trillion spending plan that Joe Biden has, which, frankly, we don't need. I was actually on the House floor yesterday, gave my first speech on the House floor yesterday about what kind of a monstrosity this is. Listen, Drew, here's one thing most people don't know. From last year, we spent $4 trillion specifically for COVID relief. There is $1 trillion that still has not been spent. It's been appropriated. It has not been spent. Yet the Biden administration is asking for another $2 trillion. This $2 trillion is $350 billion to local governments and state governments. It's another $150 billion to schools to help reopen, when, by the way, there's already about $40 to $50 billion already out there unspent for schools to reopen. And the schools that aren't reopening isn't because they don't have money. It's because they don't have leadership to actually open. And they want people with good sense and common sense who know how to manage a pandemic and still teach our kids. It's things for mass transit. It's to send money overseas for more COVID vaccinations. This is the stuff that's in this bill. And what they're trying to do, this is actually the shell framework. They're going to send this over to Bernie Sanders in the Senate, who's going to create the actual full bill for all the stuff that's supposed to go into it. I mean, it's outrageous. And the last thing I'll tell you on it, because as a man of economics, if you look at what's needed in our economy, you typically look at unemployment rates. Unemployment rates in states like ours and other red states that have opened up are actually pretty normal. It's the other states where they refuse to open up that the unemployment rate is astronomical. So what I said is instead of doing more COVID relief, have these governors open up their states. That's the kind of stimulus we need.
Right. Yeah. And it's something that I've mentioned. You've mentioned this before. You know, when you talk about the right number for a stimulus, the right number, to me, at least, would be zero, because I would like to see the states reopen. I would like to see livelihoods reopened and the ability to start making a living once again. Certainly there are individuals who need it. But then even in the bill, the pushback from many that I've talked to, and maybe you can speak to this directly, is this money to bail out states that have been an absolute failure before the pandemic. That this seems to be the sticking point. Is that part of it as well, where you're looking at this and saying, well, hold on a second. Why is it that New York and California needs this bailout money basically for the failures that they've put forward in the past? I mean, is that coming up?
It is starting to come up. You have to understand that Nancy Pelosi crafted this budget resolution in her office. Right. She bypassed all committees. No committee got a chance to sit down and look at this. The first time we were even allowed to talk about it was yesterday on the House floor. What's going to happen is that it was voted out yesterday. It's going to go over to the Senate. The Senate's going to go through some procedural motions. It's going to come back to the House. And then when it comes back to the House, then the different committees are going to go through and craft out what this actual budget is this budget resolution for budget reconciliation is actually going to look like. So since I sit on the budget committee, all that stuff's going to come to the budget committee. We're going to deliberate all of it, and then it's going to go back to the floor before it goes back to the Senate for budget reconciliation votes in the Senate. So this is going to take about a month or so to go through. Now, the key provisions that are being stipulated, of course, the money for state and local governments, because, of course, you have red states who are bailing out sense. You have $15 minimum wage, which is in the president's proposal, which would be a disaster for small businesses across the United States. Not to mention people who actually need money, their hours are going to be cut if you move the federal minimum wage from $7.25 to $15 an hour. Yep. That's going to happen. That doesn't help small business owners either. So there's a lot of stuff in this proposal, if you will, that's not in the bill yet. But what's going to happen in the Senate is Bernie Sanders is going to take the proposal, shove it into the bill, put other sweeteners in there, and that's what they're going to try to cram down the throats of the American people.
No, you got to push back, and I'm glad you're keeping an eye on all of this. And listen, next week we get an update. We can do this, as you know, or maybe you don't know, Congressman Byron Donalds joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, but we're going to do this each and every week as long as you don't mind having you here each Thursday at this time, so that we can continue to keep an eye on it and keep an eye on what's going on there in D.C. and, holding these individuals accountable. And I know that you're going to do it. And listen, I could hear the political fight in your voice. I love that you're looking at all of this. You're examining all of this. You're taking the time to see what's going on. And listen, where pushback needs to happen politically, we've got to do it. So
absolutely. The last thing I'll tell you, I'll leave it with Drew.
Yeah.
This place is insane. We're busy talking. I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, we're busy talking about Marjorie Greene. They're talking about impeachment vote in the Senate when the person they're trying to impeach is on the president. When we should be talking about immigration policy, we should actually be talking about entitlement reform, because the most recent thing I was told is that Social Security and Medicare go insolvent in about 4 to 5 years. Not 10, not 15. Now we can kick the can down the road. Don't worry about it. 4 to 5 years. Like, this place has got to get serious. And this is why the American people are so frustrated, and our media don't help, because all they want to do is talk about shiny objects that don't matter to the lives of people.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're there. Congressman Byron Donalds joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, my friend. We'll see you next week.
See you, Drew.
All right, there he goes. All right, let's take a break. 239-479-5592. You can watch drewsteele.com, the website, or you can go to facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Yeah, go to drewsteele.com. That's the place to go. And Seed the Table, tomorrow, the place to go. We are going to be live at Seed the Table, Oaks Farm Seed the Table, from 6 to 9 a.m. They're going to open up at 6 a.m. for us, so we can have you join us for a cup of coffee and have breakfast, start your day. Representative Bob Rommel will be joining us. The great Julie Kelly from American Greatness. She is awesome. Can't wait to sit down and speak with her, and you as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow, 6 to 9 a.m. live at Seed to Table. Oaks Farm Seed to Table. Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, right there at the corner. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic is slowly crawling along on Corkscrew Road, heading westbound to the interstate for almost 2 miles. It is packed right now. There's also a hit-and-run crash at Alico and Three Oaks, still delaying traffic heading north on Three Oaks to the intersection. If you can avoid this, the best thing you can do is stick to Lee Road or Phlox to head northbound to Alico Road. Now, if you're in Fort Myers as well, there's a hit-and-run crash reported at Shell Point Boulevard, and this is slowing traffic heading towards McGregor Boulevard. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the cold start with 30s and 40s and even inland frost, temps for today 69 with dry conditions and a mostly sunny sky. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Trust.
Breaking news as we begin
tonight. You can always
tonight.
trust Wink News for the latest information.
Weather is the news tonight.
It can't be bought. It can only be earned.
In Fort Myers, Naples. Wink News now.
Over the past 65 years, as a local news leader, Wink has worked hard to achieve your trust. We're family owned. We're invested in Southwest Florida. We live here. We raise our families here. We are part of the community we serve. That's how we've built your trust. Trust Wink News. Weeknights at 6.
On the next Drew Barrymore show. So juicy, so flavorful, so meatless.
We're making amazing meatless meatballs.
They're amazeballs.
And meet the woman behind the Village Fridge.
Her fresh idea to combat hunger.
Plus, Josh Lucas.
You look so handsome. All new Drew.
Drew, today at 3 on Wink.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455, or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential home builder in Southwest Florida. Born and raised right here in Naples and part of the building industry for over 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to witness firsthand incredible growth within our community. Here at CGU Homes, we understand that a real estate investment in Southwest Florida is an investment into your future. Naples is booming, and with a limited inventory and an exceptional level of demand, now is the right time to build new or renovate your existing home. Our team at CGU Homes will make the building process enjoyable and seamless, from offering free pre-construction services to building genuine relationships that last a lifetime. We are proud of our reputation that is built on a foundation of trust and reliability. When you're ready to start your lifelong memories with a new build or a remodel of your existing home, please visit us online at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
Hey Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey here, and I want to introduce you to my new show being broadcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. We'll be talking everything insurance, real estate, mortgages, and all your local talent. Everything you need to know to help your businesses grow. I can't wait to start this journey with you all, and looking forward for you to tuning in every Saturday at 11 a.m. For more information, visit tylermccluskey.com. See you all there.
Attention Dish subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing our NFL games and first NFL playoffs, AFC championships, and the Super Bowl. Wink News for your local news and your favorite CBS programs. Take action now. Tell Dish to keep Wink TV.
Hannity at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on the web, drewsteele.com, so you can go there and watch this very program. The news is just flying. I mean, I cannot, I'm telling you, I can't keep, I just can't keep up with it. All right, I wanted to get to this story just because I know a little bit about it, and just to assure you that what you're hearing about is not the case. So a Parler, you probably heard about this, the social media platform Parler terminating CEO John Matz. A memo sent out by Matz to staffers, obtained by Fox News, and the story going about how he met resistance to his product vision, his strong belief in free speech, and the view of how Parler's site should be managed. And now we come to find out this morning that there's even more information that's out there. Parler's CEO says he was fired by the board after he proposed cracking down on QAnon terrorists and hate speech. Yeah, that's not true. I'm just telling you that there's more to this story than meets the eye. And the eye of the CEO there, John Matz, is, I don't know, it's looking the wrong way or not looking correctly. Maybe needs glasses. It's quite the opposite situation. You know, the other people involved in Parler, the other owners of the company, wanted to make sure that it was a free speech and continue to make sure that it's a free speech platform, that's what it is. It appears as if what John Matz is trying to do is trying to say that we could get back up and running really fast. We could have got up and running quickly, probably a week after Parler went down, if all they would do is bend the knee to Amazon and others who wanted them to say and flat out be like, well, QAnon terrorists, hate speech, you got to make sure you take that down. You crack down on it. Well, whose idea of hate speech? What does that look? What are you talking about? It's a little vague. It's the others that wanted to make sure and continue to want to make sure, and it's the reason why it's not up yet, to make it a free speech platform and to not bow down to others who want their vision of what you're supposed to be. And that's the disagreement. So you have one side, owners, who want Parler to be a free speech platform, period, in discussion, take the proper precautions as anybody would take. If there was unlawful activity, you certainly would have a say as to that. You understand how that works. And then another side, the Parler CEO, John Matz, is saying things to Variety. Who is he saying this to? A left-leaning website that's suggesting that, look, he was fired because he wants to crack down on QAnon and terrorists and hate speech. And look, he's just not telling the truth. It's unfortunate. It really is.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
I cannot tell you how awesome it is when my family comes over and I say, you're going to get great tasting water straight from your faucet. I'm telling you, it's great on your skin, your hair, and your appliances. Think of what your water's doing now. Well, you should call now for your free multi-point Pentair water test. And I'm telling you, you're going to love the way your water tastes with your new Pentair water system. Every faucet in your house, it's the coolest thing ever. And there's a big difference when you call a Pentair water specialist. When you give Max a call at Pentair, trained, uniformed experts in our city and well water, that's a big deal, right? With their mobile showroom, you're wondering what you're going to get. A wide range of water treatment options, and you can see them in front of you. They install your new Pentair water system for you, and the big news right now is Pentair has a new Easy Flow under-counter filtration system. It is certified to reduce 99% of lead. Call now for your free water test, and right now save 15% on your whole home water system like I have in my house. With Pentair, never any sales pressure, so call them, 239-880-7799, or book online at PelicanWestFL.com.
Wake up to facts, not fear, with Wink News this morning.
We're following breaking COVID-19 news.
Breaking developments in the coronavirus story and everything else you trust Wink News to bring you every morning.
Right now, we're looking good on Doppler radar, Arcadia, Port Charlotte.
If you're looking for the fastest option north of 23rd, the new poll shows that 60% of Americans approve of
Wink News, up to the minute you're up. Tomorrow morning, starting at 4:30.
Next, Rachel.
We've got mail. It's your mail, you guys.
We're opening up Rachel's mailbag.
How can he groom his beard? Oh my goodness.
And answering all your questions.
I'm going to use a box color.
From a Zoom groom with the king of Quaff, Kyan Douglas.
I wanted you to check out John's beard.
To saving bucks on the 2 biggest monthly bills.
You can save hundreds of dollars a month.
Plus, clean out your fridge with the heartiest of soups. Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
This is an important health update from your friends at National Exterminators because your safety comes first. As people are spending more time at home, it's important to keep your home as healthy as possible. Some of our biggest concerns come from pests and vermin, vectoring these different diseases. National Exterminators is your best choice in protection from these types of concerns. They're taking even more steps to ensure your wellness with daily disinfecting protocols for their offices and fleet vehicles, with extra barrier treatments to stop the pest outside. National Exterminators has specialized hospital quality disinfectants that are on each vehicle, and if indoor service is required, National Exterminators wears nitrile gloves, clean shoe covers, and N95 face style mask for your protection. National Exterminators is now including this in their $46 program. So what's stopping you? Call 239-46-NO-BUG. That's 239-46-NO-BUG. Or go to pestcontrolmadeeasy.com.
We're honest and true, and we're here to serve you. The National Exterminators.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. House Democrats are pushing to oust a Republican lawmaker from committee assignments.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, a freshman from Georgia, as Democrats prepare to remove her from the education and budget panels over a series of rabble-rousing comments. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy issued a statement saying past comments from and endorsed by Marjorie Taylor Greene on school shootings, political violence, and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories do not represent the values or beliefs of the House Republican Conference.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. Meanwhile, House Republicans would like to strip Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of her assignments, arguing she's made anti-Semitic comments, and claims for first-time jobless help last week falling to 779,000. That is below expectations. The January jobs report is due out tomorrow. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic is slowly crawling along on Corkscrew Road, heading westbound to the interstate for almost 2 miles. It is packed right now. There's also a hit-and-run crash at Alico in Three Oaks, still delaying traffic heading north on Three Oaks to the intersection. If you can avoid this, the best thing you can do is stick to Lee Road or Phlox to head northbound to Alico Road. Now, if you're in Fort Myers as well, there's a hit-and-run crash reported at Shell Point Boulevard, and this is slowing traffic heading towards McGregor Boulevard. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Cold this morning of the winter season so far, with even patchy areas of inland frost, 30s and 40s, and then eventually upper 60s to near 70, mostly sunny and dry for this afternoon. 40s and 50s for your Friday morning, but not nearly as cold. Temps around 77 by the afternoon, 80 for your Saturday with a chance of rain, and more scattered showers with 78 by Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
I won't give up the ship.
Talking about what matters.
This country is too great to throw over to communism. I love it.
92.5 Fox News.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. After the crash, call the police and document the scene by taking photos of all the vehicles involved. If you are injured, get medical attention as soon as possible. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Whew. Man, there's so much news going on. It's just, I can't believe it. It's just not enough time in the day. All right, so, well, there is, because there's plenty of other shows that are going to cover it, so that's why you're here. It's Drew Steele. That's Jake the Millennial. You're watching us right now, drewsteele.com. Thank you very much for going to the website, drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. There, it's mobile friendly. I can't emphasize that enough, because a lot of people asked about that. Can you make like an app? Well, here, it's mobile friendly. You just go to drewsteele.com, and on your phone, you just use whatever browser you have, and you'll be surprised. It looks great. It looks really good, actually. The quality's pretty, quality. There on the browser. You can go to facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. Also, want to remind you tomorrow, Seed the Table. Woo, we're going to be there. Come on, 6 to 9 a.m. Oaks Farm, Seed the Table. A lot of great guests and you, and hopefully you'll be joining us and looking forward to that. The corner of Livingston and Immokalee Roads there in Naples. And grab breakfast, grab a coffee, grab something to eat. They're usually open at 7 a.m., bright and early, but they're going to be even brighter and earlier tomorrow at 6 a.m. for us. So that's going to be exciting. Tomorrow, Seed the Table will broadcast live this show in Naples, Oaks Farm, Seed the Table, 6 to 9 a.m. All right, anything else that we need to do? Oh, I wanted to remind you as well that if you would like, we do the thing at this time each and every day, right after the 5 at 8:35. So whatever's on your mind, it could be anything in the world. I don't even care. There's so many things to talk about news-wise. I'll talk about anything that you want. Your thing. We'll do the thing coming up if you would like. Call now, though, if you want to do it. 239-479-5592. Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
Well, every time we do have something like this, there always is a spike, be it a holiday, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving. As you mentioned, Super Bowl is a big deal in the United States. Enjoy the game, watch it on television, but do it with the immediate members of your family, the people in your household. As much fun as it is to get together on a big Super Bowl party, now is not the time to do that.
Nothing to see here. Just Dr. Anthony Fauci once again ruining your good time. Super Bowl, don't do it. Don't have a party at your house. Just hang out with the people in your household. What if you live alone? I'm just asking that question. And also, because they have the spikes during the holiday season, although I'm looking at the data and the numbers, and there's no indication that we had Thanksgiving spikes or Christmas spikes. There really were no ginormous spikes in anything. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the numbers, and they're going down not only in the country, but globally, according to the WHO. That's very interesting. So there's Dr. Fauci. Nothing to see here. Just don't celebrate. Don't do anything. Hey, watch the Super Bowl maybe from your mobile phone in your closet. Where nobody can find you, or someplace else. Hermetically sealed, preferably.
Number 4.
One question, if I could. Sorry about the president's comments last night as he was paying his respects to the FBI agents that lost their lives or were injured. He said, by and large, the vast majority of these men and women are decent, honorable people. What did he mean by that, the vast majority part?
That's exactly what he meant.
That's
Go ahead, Kristen.
Go ahead, Kristen. Anybody else? There you go. It was a Fox News reporter who was asking the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, just wanted her opinion on exactly when the president of the United States, and talking about the tragedy, the horrific deaths of the FBI agents in Sunrise, Florida, just the other day, saying that the vast majority of FBI agents are decent, honorable people, what he meant by that. And she said, nothing to see here. He meant exactly, that's exactly what he meant. Nothing to see here. You want to describe what he meant, or should I figure it out for myself?
Number 3.
Clear about what the science shows and what I believe in how we should prioritize. There's accumulating data that suggests that there is not a lot of transmission and that is happening in schools when the proper mitigation measures are taken. When there is masking, when there is distancing, de-densification of the classroom, ventilation, contact tracing, hand washing, all of those things, when they're done well, the data suggests, the science suggests that there is not a lot of transmission happening in schools. And in fact, the case rates in schools are generally lower than they are in the population surrounding it.
All right, so there's a CDC director at the moment who was on with MSNBC just to let everybody know that it appears as if maybe you should have kids getting back in school. It's the President Biden's own CDC director just saying that vaccination of teachers is not a prerequisite for safe reopening of schools. Got a lot of things going on that they're doing with cleaning and the like, and you can get back in school. So there are teachers that still don't want to get in. Unions don't want their teachers back in school. Nothing to see here. Just move along. Let's keep kids out of school continuously. Let's just do that. Does that sound good? Nope. Not to me either. Moving on.
Number 2.
They are following the President of the United States of America, who had advanced planning about the invasion that took place in our capital. And even there's information that some of the planning came out of individuals working in his campaign. As a matter of fact, he absolutely should be charged with premeditated murder because of the lives that were lost.
Nothing to see here. Just Maxine Waters going on to Joy Reid's program on MSNBC to say that there's some evidence that would suggest that the invasion, kind of like what happened in Burma, Myanmar, the invasion there, that actually did take place, an invasion. Anyway. The language that's being used. You know how this is, insurrections and invasions, and it's worse and worse and worse. It's going to be ramped up even more and more and more leading into this Senate impeachment. And Maxine Waters saying premeditated. It was all premeditated. As a matter of fact, there's evidence to indicate that members of the Trump team premeditated all of this to take place, and that it should be premeditated. I can't even do it. You heard what Maxine Waters said. Okay, nothing to see here. Move along.
Number 1.
On that issue, pollution, I understand that you came here with a private jet. Is that an environmental way to travel?
If you offset your carbon
it's the only choice for somebody like me.
Sorry, there's something to see here. That is the climate czar, John Kerry, who is better than you. He's absolutely positively better than you. As a human being, he is so much better than you could ever be. And right there, being asked about why'd you take a private jet to Iceland for an environmental award? I mean, is it carbon footprint and the like? And look, what else is he going to do? Everybody, it's the only choice for somebody like him.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Oh, can we just dig into this just a little bit more? John Kerry is better than you. Anybody who believes in climate change, man-made, and is doing something about is a superhero. They're better than you. John Kerry's a superhero. Superheroes can't fly. They have to fly private jet. Well, no, that's not true. There's one Actually, there's a bunch of superheroes that can fly. Some of them don't have capes. Some of them, I think, I'm not really into superheroes, but I think some of them fly. But John Kerry can't fly as a superhero, but he is a superhero. And the only way that you can get to Iceland is by private jet. Did you know that the only way to end up in Iceland at all is by private jet? I mean, you can't go by boat. Can you expect him to go by boat? That's ridiculous.
Who is traveling the world to win this battle.
He's traveling the world to win this battle. He's a superhero.
I negotiated the Paris Accords for the United States.
He's hoity. He's hoity.
I've been involved in this fight for years. I negotiated with President Xi to bring President Xi to the table so we could get Paris.
You can't expect this guy to fly commercial. Are you crazy?
And I believe the time it takes me to get somewhere. I can't sail across the ocean. I have to fly.
He's got to fly, and the only way to fly to Iceland is by private jet. Can you find me one airline, one single commercial airline that flies to Iceland? There is none. It doesn't exist. The only way you can get to Iceland is by boat or private jet. It's an amazing place. There's no commercial traffic that goes... Oh, wait a minute. This just in. Yes, there is. They do it all the time. I'll tell you what, John Kerry, we'll put you in first class. We'll have you hermetically sealed. We'll put a curtain around you. We'll even have some kind of wind turbine that we'll put in there that'll blow all the stench of the deplorables that are coming onto the commercial airline away from your nostrils so that you can breathe the clean air of climate change. And so we'll make sure that you can do... How about that? No.
To meet with people and get things done. But what I'm doing, almost full time, is working to win the battle of climate change.
He's working to win the battle, everybody. He's a superhero without a cape. There is John Kerry, who is so much better than you. The disgusting part of this is that he believes that he's better than you, because here's the truth. And here's what Democrats don't get. We all want to protect the earth. We all are environmentalists in our own way. We don't sit there and pour our motor oil into our lawns every day. There are things, I know that sounds drastic, but there are plenty of things that we do willingly, even conservatives do, to take care of the planet, to take care of the environment, to take care of our neighborhoods. We do it. The difference is that because John Kerry is working extra hard, because not everybody cares about it. In his eyes, no, you don't. No, you don't care about the environment. And if I don't do it, and we don't do it together, and we don't fly private, and we don't have fancy dinners, and we don't go to fancy places and exciting places and all of these other things that we do, if we don't do this, then you will die. So we're like superheroes. And the left, environmentalists, people who believe that it's man-made climate change, period, end discussion. We cannot have a discussion about the other side of it if you find any other science and data. It's like COVID. Listen, there's one guy that does it. John Kerry does it on the climate side. It's Fauci that does it on the COVID side. And if you find any evidence of anything else that would suggest otherwise to what they are saying, then you are out. Dismissed. That the climate, the environmentalists and the people who believe that climate change is man-made and this is a noble venture that all of these people are doing, Al Gore and the like, that they'll dismiss this. Oh, no, that's okay. No, he can fly private. We can't expect it. Carbon footprint? No, listen, if you do your part, then I can fly private. And they're cool with that. Do you see why we can't have a discussion, an honest debate about climate change? Because you've already closed the door with your hypocrisy on any discussion we could have, even if I could find the evidence to the contrary of what you're saying, that it's not a climate emergency, that things are happening, but let's try to get the evidence to find out exactly what's happening from all sides, all scientists, everybody. And we come up with a consensus. Isn't that what we do? Nope, that's not what we do. All right. Let's go. Let's take some calls. All right, let's do the thing. Whatever's on your mind. 239-479-5592. We do the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing.
All right, Mark's on Mike. Not Mark, Mike. Mike's on Marco. I was going to say Mark's on Myco, but there is no Myco. It's Marco, and that's Mike. Hi, Mike.
Oh, I've got a thing, Drew. I've got a thing for Liz Cheney. I'm sorry I missed what Byron said, but you know what? Let me tell you what. Now we know who the scumbag rhinos are who did not vote to remove that PIG pig, didn't punish her for voting for our true President Trump, not this whipcord that's in there now. So, but now we know who the rhinos are. So I hope Trump primaries every one of those pieces and gets them the heck out. Let's put in some real men. And you need to run, Drew, because you're too darn smart to just, yeah. There you go. That's
my wife says, can I be honest with you, Mike? My wife says that all the time. And I tell her that, quite honestly, I've got a bum leg and I'm kind of getting used to what's going on with my belly and I'm all right. I mean, I try to eat well and I'm eating healthier. And so I choose not to run necessarily. I just kind of eat right.
All right.
Wait a minute. All right. No, wait. I'm sorry. Jake was telling me you meant something different. Well, thank you. That's a kind thing to say. And thank you. And hey, you never know. Did I just open the door to something? I don't know. I get feisty enough that all right, let's not go down that road. I know what he meant. All right, let's see. Jim's in Naples. Jim, what's your thing this morning?
Hey, great show, first of all.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to talk briefly about the COVID shots. I'm not blaming Publix. Maybe it's an allocation problem, but when I got on the site the other day I've done this like 5 times, try to fight for getting an appointment.
Yeah.
They list all the counties that have shots. And when it goes active, it tells you the number of shots in the counties available.
Yeah.
It updates every minute. At the end of 1 hour, Drew, every single county that had shots available is exhausted except the 5 counties in the panhandle of Florida. That's Escambia on the left, going east all the way over to Bay County. So when that site goes active, those 5 counties, let's say, have, 4,500 shots available. After 1 hour, every other county on that site is exhausted in Florida. And those 5 counties still have like 4,000 shots available. The point is, they're supposed to be given those shots where people are going to consume them. And after an hour, those shots aren't being used up there. And what people are faced with is this. You can get an appointment, but you have to drive 8 hours if you're down here to get up there, get a shot, 8 hours to come back. And if it's Escambia, it's 9 hours. And then you got to repeat after 2 weeks to get your booster shot. So they're not allocating those properly. If they were at the end of 1 hour, all those shots would have been gobbled up. You look at Palm Beach after 1 hour, all gone.
Yeah.
Lee, Collier, everything.
Yeah.
They're all gone except the 5 in the panhandle. And nobody has touched those shots, and then it takes another hour before they're all gobbled up. And Lord only knows those people have to drive hours to do it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a distribution problem. I wish somebody would fix that, but
all right. Well,
that's
listen,
that's my thing today.
All right. Well, listen, Jim, I appreciate your thing. I appreciate the call. We can look into that and see what exactly is going on there. Let's see. Tiffany's in Naples. We got time, Jake? Jake's looking at me. We got a minute. All right, Tiffany, I guess you're going to end today. Are you going to end today? All right, what's your thing today, Tiffany?
My thing is just a quick comment on climate change. I don't believe in it. I think it's all silly and nonsense. I don't even believe in carbon dating. I think that's nonsense as well. My thing is that we all need to be good stewards of the planet because God gave us this amazing, beautiful planet, and we should be good stewards of it.
No, I agree with you, Tiffany, and I would. Jake is like, if Jake could if there was a like button Like right now, that could go on to like he could like you. And is there a ding? Do you have something? give her a here's your like button from Jake. Just gave you a like. There you go. Because he was like,
thanks.
and you know, and that is a frustration for many. Tiffany is this.
Yeah,
it's really harsh for individuals to suggest that because of our political affiliation, or even our, I don't know if you want to say faith, but I'll put that aside for a second. Just make it about the political affiliation. That we don't care as much as you do about the environment, as if we don't believe in what you do. Maybe we're just not as radical in some of the thoughts and ideas and the destroying of businesses to get what you want, because we're kind of concerned about your motivations. And if we can all come together and have a discussion, it would be nice if we can talk about it in detail and give us the science and data. But there are people that would hold back on some of that and the truths behind it because they have an agenda, and everything does. And that's
exactly
a problem. And you make a great point. Listen, people, if you want to take it that way, people of faith, you look and you say, God gave us this incredible planet. We should be good stewards because it's not ours. We should, just like we should be good stewards of everything in our life because it's not ours. And so, to that point, that's good stuff, Tiffany. All right, thank you. Thank you. Good thing today. All right, if you've got a thing, you might as well save it for tomorrow. We'll be live, Seed to Table, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, 6 to 9 a.m. Boy, this is going to be fun, interesting. Can't wait for it tomorrow. So hope to see you there. DrewSteele.com. You'll be able to watch us from your home if you would like to see what the Seed to Table broadcast will be like. Go to DrewSteele.com. You can watch. All right, Matt Devitt, warm this place up. What are we doing with this forecast? How's it look?
After the cold start with 30s and 40s and even inland frost, temps for today 69 with dry conditions and a mostly